Check, check, 1, 2.
Check, check, check.
There you go. 1 minute. And welcome, Warrior fans. We are here, and the coach, Coach Mack. We are at, I believe, Thomas Howell High School here. It's Samuel T. Kelly Field here at Howell High School. This is where Purdue Polytechnic plays their home football games. Coach Mack, how are you doing tonight?
Doing great. Looks like a great night again for football. We've really gotten lucky this year so far with our weather. So, yeah, I'm doing great. Nice drive down here.
It was.
We didn't hit a whole lot of traffic. We didn't hit a whole lot of issues, and so we're here, and both of us are, I'm sure we'll talk about it as we go, impressed with the outlet, just kind of the outlaying of the whole school,
yes.
Indianapolis Howell. For those of you that don't know, this is, where, Coach just said, they are using this facility, but the buildings and the grounds are beautiful here, and we got a little background on that, and we can talk about that as we go. But just a nice area, a nice field, and nice school, and so yeah, feeling good, and hopefully the boys are after coming off a win and ready to play some football tonight.
Yes, and this is the first time that we have traveled down Purdue Polytechnic to play, and probably because I don't know if this is one of the first years they've played at this field. But anyway, it was a great drive down, and the facility here, very historic building behind us, and a really nice-looking facility behind us, and as Coach said. But as we look into tonight's matchup, Coach, Purdue Polytechnic comes into this one 2-5, and breakdown of their games. Week 1, they played the Indiana School of the Deaf. They lost that one 46-0. Week 2, they played West Vigo and lost 46-0 in that one as well. In week 3 and 4, they did pick up 2 wins. They beat Indianapolis Manual 26-6 in week 3, and in week 4, they beat Indianapolis Shortridge 14-12. And then week 5, they lost to the Noblesville Lions, which I believe is a private school, 33-13. Week 6, Tindley, who we just played last week, they got beat by Tindley 20-6. And then week 7, they lost to George Washington 30-12. So, Coach, you see a rundown there, and then as we match them up against Wes-Del, you can see we're also 2-5, and as a lot of the fans already know, we'll run through that. Week 1, first game we beat Blackford 28-23, and then we lost to Tri-Central, lost to Eastern Hancock, lost to Tri, lost to Shenandoah, lost to Monroe Central, before last week beating Tindley in a shootout there at 62-28. Coach, kind of the rundown there. You got 2 teams at 2-5. What do you expect to see?
Well, when you look at the 2 records, that obviously the one we're looking at is the Tindley game, because the other ones don't mean a whole lot to them. They don't mean a whole lot to us, so we don't really know the teams and aren't very familiar with the teams that they've played. They aren't probably very familiar with our teams, but what we do know is that we have in common Indianapolis Tindley. So we know that Tindley was able to beat Purdue Polytech, so we kind of know, and I'm sure the coaches have watched the film and have gone back and looked at some of the things that were successful in that game for them. And that's going to be the biggest key for I would say both teams as they break down tonight's scouting report, is to look at that game, because it really gives them probably a good idea what worked against both teams, because they both probably feel like things that worked well and didn't work well, and how would that work and translate into this game. So records, I think this time of year, I think you just want to be playing better, and you want to be playing your best football coming into sectional. And so nice for us to come off of a win last week, but really what matters is when this clock gets to 0 and we get ready to kick it off, what team shows up. And,
right.
and we have known that when we show up and take care of the ball, then good things happen for us.
That's right. And that'll lead us into the Townsend Tale of the Tape. And as we look at this, Warrior fans, we did struggle to locate Purdue Polytechnic stats, so we weren't able to update a lot of their stats when you see the comparison. So you see more on your right side there with the Wes-Del stats. Total yards for Wes-Del is about 1,800 yards there, about 1,849. So you got about almost 2,000 total yards on the season. Rushing yards, that takes a good chunk of that with 1,000. 40 rushing yards on the year. Passing yards at 809 yards. Total touchdowns this year, we are sitting at 18 right now. And points per game, 19.4 versus Purdue Polytechnic's 7.28. So depending on your points per game, folks, you got to really look at who you're playing and kind of your different schedule there to see how that works out. That may be a little closer than we actually see on the tape there. Turnovers, that's one of our Achilles heels. We've talked about it. Coach has talked about it. 19 turnovers so far this year, and it's been something that's been a little difficult for us, and something we definitely have to take care of. And so we want to appreciate the Townsend support for the Townsend Tale of the Tape. And, Coach, it's that time. It's time to get into Coach Mac's Keys of the Game, sponsored by Star Financial Bank. So as we look at these and we get those up there, you can see there that number one, you have take care of the football. So that's been a common one week in and week out. So once again, it's your number one.
Well, with 19 turnovers, that's way too many. And so we have to take care of the ball. We talk about it every week. We're better, obviously, when we win the turnover battle, and I think most teams are. So you want to win that turnover battle. It's really important in every game, and tonight will be no exception. You want to make sure that you take care of the ball. Some of those games that we were, really loose with the ball, it's really cost us. There's some games that look lopsided in the score that wouldn't have been that lopsided if we would have taken care of the ball a little better. So always a key. We have to do that, and I believe that will probably stay on as one of the keys throughout the year for us.
And key number two is strike first and set the tone.
Yeah, I mean, look, coming off of last week, we were able to put up a lot of points. So how about let's just keep that going. Let's just keep the confidence going. Let's play with confidence, take care of the ball, but not be afraid to make plays. And when you do that, then good things happen. And usually it puts a lot of pressure on teams if you can play with the lead. Now, some teams are good and can play from behind, but there are a lot of people, obviously, in most sports would rather play with the lead.
Right. And your third and final key tonight is to be on the attack.
Yeah, I think we're better when we play that way. We want short. We don't want to shorten the sticks every down. Yep. So anytime we're going forward, and I thought that we made some real strides in that last week going forward with our plays. Anytime we can shorten the sticks every down, it adds up to success for us. So we want to continue to do that. We want to, play aggressive. That's kind of the way we play, but we have to do that with some moderation and be able to take care of the ball.
Well, Coach, offensively, there's probably a few guys that you'd say that we need to, for us, get going, and maybe our key players and players to watch offensively. Eric Harlan obviously would be one. He surpassed the all-purpose yards last week, and we'd probably be looking for him to set the tone offensively for the guys.
Right, and Eric's his own worst critic. I've knowing that because, and that's not saying anything bad about him. I've coached him for years and watched him grow up. He's hard on himself, so he can't afford to do that. He needs to get off to a good start. He's obviously a big key for us. He's the school's all-time yardage leader now, so we know how important he is. He's been important for a while, so he knows that too, and I think he puts a little bit of too much pressure on himself when things aren't going well. He just needs to shake that off and keep playing because he's a big key to what we're doing, and is a good player, and when he's doing well, our team's doing well.
Two other guys that had some pretty good, not only just last week in stats, but have had a good season so far would be running back Will Kelly Jr. and also then receiver Nate Steele. So talk a little bit about those two guys and what you might expect to see if you're a Warrior fan tonight.
Well, I would expect to see a lot of both of them. Will was, I've mentioned this. I think about 2 or 3 games ago, he made a real concerted effort to stop going east and west and started going north and south. And I think he realized that worked a lot better for him.
Yes.
And to his credit, that's what we talk about in sports when we're coaches. We want to say learn and make adjustments, and he's done that. And boy, he's when he's going straight forward and we can hand him the ball and know that we can hand him the ball and get some yardage, like we said, shorten those sticks every time, and it allows. And now the other thing I think he's more comfortable with, I think he kind of knows the guys that he needs to go behind a little bit on the offensive line. So credit to those guys. Nate Steele, what a great night last
yeah.
weekend. I mean, it seemed like everything we threw up, he caught. It's like the old days when stick him on those gloves.
Yeah.
He was catching everything, and so he's playing. He should be playing with a lot of confidence right now, and hopefully, he and Eric can match up and get that same connection going again.
Yeah, on the defensive side of the ball, two names that we always talk about, actually three names that we seem to always talk about are Avery Carmen, A.J. Nallman, and Jesus Cardoza. I think those names come up a lot when we're talking about stops and tackles. Avery Carmen, I know, ever since the Tri-Central game, he's been getting into the backfield. So those three guys have to be keys for us defensively.
Yeah, and you're going to have to, obviously we're going to have to pursuit tackle a little bit tonight with their athleticism. But, all those guys are doing a great job. I mean, it seems like there for a while, every game it was Jesus Cardoza, and then, we look up and A.J. Nauman has a 4, 5, 6, 7 tackles, and again, we keep talking about the success that we had defensively, and that's because some of those guys are making big plays, and we're going to have to continue to do that. Those guys are going to have to continue to play that way, and for us to be successful, those guys will have to keep making big plays for us.
Well, we appreciate Star Financial Bank and the Star Financial Bank pregame. Once again, for all your personal and business banking needs, make sure you stop by or visit the website, www.starfinancial.com. Tell them Trent sent you. And we're going to take a short break here audio-wise, but leave it up live. And we'll be back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network here. Kickoff in about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And welcome back, fans. We just completed the national anthem here at Samuel T. Kelly Field. And, Coach, we are getting ready for the kick. I did see, though, that we lost the coin.
Yeah, we lost the coin toss for the first time all year.
And
but it does look like, even though we lost the toss, they've deferred. So we are going to receive anyway.
Okay.
So
That'll
I guess
work
we
all right.
lost, but we kind of got what we wanted anyway because we always receive first
That's
anyway.
right.
So.
That's right. So it worked out in our favor.
Yeah.
Folks, we do want to let you know that, again, it is just Coach and I up here in the booth, so we are trying to man a soundboard, a computer, along with the camera. So if you hear Coach and I fight a little bit tonight, it's because we're kind of on top of each other a little bit, and I've got to move the camera.
I was going to say, that just means I'm in the way because I'm not really helping with anything.
No, but here we go for kickoff, folks, and hope you are comfortable and ready to watch some Friday Night Lights here at Samuel T. Kelly Field. And the kick is away. And that is back to be fielded by Nate Steele. Steele is up over the
talk about the
26-yard line there. That's where we will take over, Coach. And what are you looking for with us coming out right away?
Well, it's kind of, it's early in the game. A lot of times in basketball games, we're kind of feeling out process here to see what we want. They probably have a handful of plays that they've run through that they like, that we have seen, that we think might work. So early, I would expect to see us in our beast formation and see how they handle that, see what they're going to do with that.
And that is exactly what you see here early is the beast formation, I believe. And actually only three guys back there.
They had three and then four, and then they sent Joel out.
Snap is away, and that is Eric Harlan. We're looking to pass early.
Oh
my gosh.
And
it's caught.
Oh, my gosh.
Is that Cameron Buckner across here? It looks like just short of the 40-yard line. That was tipped and caught by Cameron Buckner.
Boy, that how many times has Cameron Buckner caught a tip pass this year?
You begin to wonder, no knock to Cameron, but you begin to wonder if that's his best play right there is a tip pass because he's caught many of them this year.
He's caught a bunch of tip passes, but, we got away with one there. I'm just say that nicely. Because,
we did.
They had that right in their hands, and it just went through their hands. Cameron caught it and ran.
Here's Harlan. He's going up to the far side, gets a blocker, and he's across the, I'd say maybe to the 37, 36-yard line somewhere in there.
Looks like a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards. Like we said, shorten the sticks. Want to get positive yardage every time.
So the Warriors are on the attack here early on their first possession. Harlan awaiting the snap.
Oh,
and that is going to be a hard count and a penalty flag.
Yeah, he's we've talked about how good he is with that hard count.
About one time a night, he's good to get somebody on the hard count.
Got him jumping on that one. So that's now it's going to be second and about a yard here. Looks like we're going to go. I would expect this to be some sort of a run. Either Eric's going to keep it or watch for a direct snap right here.
And they are in the beast formation. The snap's away. That is Harlan who keeps it. He's got some room, and he's now across. That's a first down, and he is down to about the 25-yard line.
Yep. Looked like he ran right behind some blocking there on the right side.
We apologize. One thing that we failed to do was pick up a program before we came in.
I apologize for that.
If Athletic Director Kai Denny's down there listening, we'd really love for you to bring us a program. And that is direct taken by Harlan. He's up through the middle, still coming across about the 19-yard line, I'd say.
Nice pickup. Looks like about 7 on that. So that brings up, second down and about 3. And, boy, that's what you want. You want that as much as possible all night.
And waiting for the play to be called in from offensive coordinator Coach Knuckles.
I think Coach Knuckles got a little nervous on that pass play.
I think that was a little early for him.
Oh, here's a fake.
A little fake, and the ball's away.
Fade.
And that is caught. That is a touchdown there.
Nate Steele.
By Nate Steele. And,
nice pass, really nice placement. Nate really showed his athleticism, went up and got that. That was a great catch.
Let's see if we can go back.
Yeah, that'd be great to see again. And another great pass.
A nice little fake by Harlan to start that one, Coach.
Yep.
And then that was Nate Steele, you said, who just went up and got it.
Yep.
And so the early touchdown for Wes-Del as they get ready to go for 2 here. It's now 6-0 Warriors. Ball's away, and he's going to go up.
He's got
and
Joel
a pass
open
there, and that's Joel Dowling for the extra point, and it's 8-0 here early. 9:26 left in the first quarter, and the Warriors are on the board. Coach, what'd you like to see there in that, or what did you like to see there from the Warriors early on?
Well, what we did do is push the ball right down the field, and we talked about striking early.
Yep.
Playing aggressive. The 2 aggressive pass plays. One of them we got away with, but we'll take. And the other one was a great pass by Eric to Nate Steele. And then, we were able to shorten the field up and play downhill most of that whole drive. Thing I liked on that extra point there play, the 2-point conversion play, was Eric had the option there. He had the run pass option there, and kept waiting and waiting. He was going to run, turn the corner, and saw Joel pop open at the last minute. That was a really nice read by Eric.
And we want to thank the crew here from Purdue Polytechnic. They just handed us a program.
Hey,
so
who needs a Kai Denny?
We don't need Athletic Director Kai Denny. We have great hospitality here, and we received a program. So now we'll try to make sure that those of you that are watching from maybe Purdue Polytechnic, we get your names correct, hopefully.
Is that going to get 10 yards?
I don't know if that did.
I think that may be an illegal touch, but I haven't seen a flag yet.
Thought that was an illegal touch, but I haven't seen a flag on the field.
Maybe they came up with it.
I think they came up with it.
If they came up with it, then
doesn't matter.
Did not go 10 yards, though.
So they will – where are they taking over at there, Coach?
Looks like just over midfield here to 49.
So we'll look and see. I think their quarterback is number 7, I think. I may be wrong. Deshaun Horst. And that is correct. So Horst is waiting.
Got a man in motion here. Looks like they've got it spread out.
A fake pitch there. Oh, that's actually number 3 with it. And
nice
he is
play.
wide open.
No.
And he is not going to be caught, Coach. He is in for the score.
Whoa.
And on the first possession.
Let's get his name right. Michael Hobbs.
Michael Hobbs with the touchdown for Purdue Polytechnic on the first possession. And it is now 8-6, so Purdue answers the call. Purdue Polytechnic answers the call quickly.
Little fake there. Got all the misdirection going one way and then fake to the other. He actually just kept it. But, once he got outside there, we are in trouble because there was no way anyone was going to catch him. Eric Harlan's one of the quicker guys we have in our school and in our football program, and he didn't have any chance. He didn't have any chance catching him.
No way. Once he turned the corner, I knew he was gone. Eric did try to pursue, but not quick enough to catch Hobbs there, number 3.
Nice run. I mean, nice play design.
Oh, great play.
I don't know what happened. I'd have to go back and look. It didn't look like maybe our end held, on that left side.
Well, they faked the pitch there.
Right. I think it just got everybody going the other direction, which is what's supposed to happen for the offense.
Yes.
But we got to make sure we hold our ground.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're talking about here, but it looks like
I don't know what the officials could be talking about here.
Somebody hurt over there on
the if they are, who would be attending to them for us?
Well, it's Tony Cox.
Is it Tony Cox?
Tony made the drive down.
Tony made the drive. He's here.
It looks like Nate Steele had a little bit of a issue over there, and they got him up.
I think that's what it was.
I think they were waiting. That's good officiating.
Yep.
Because just in case, chances are the play's not going to go over there, but just in case it does, you don't want a kid that's already down to get landed on or hurt.
Yeah,
so
good officiating there.
We need to mention that when we see some good officiating.
Yes, we didn't last week. I can tell you that much.
It was a handoff.
And I think we may have stopped him short, and that will leave it 8-6 on the scoreboard here. So bang, bang, some quick scoring here early, Coach. Is this something you thought might happen, given the way that we played Tinley last week with that kind of shootout?
I wouldn't have thought it would have been this quick for both teams. But, yeah, if it's going to be like this, it's going to be a high-scoring, exciting game to watch.
So buckle in, folks. We are going to take a short 20-second break here and be back for kickoff after the Purdue Polytechnic score. It's 8-6. We'll be back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network. All right, we are back here at Purdue Polytechnic. They are kicking off after answering our early score, and kick is away. That's a good bouncer there.
Well, that took a good favorable bounce.
And
Will Kelly with
Will
it.
Kelly's got some room. Will Kelly caught there, and that is caught by number 20.
Number 20.
And number 24, Purdue Polytechnic.
Davian Reynolds.
Davian Reynolds there on the tackle. Nice tackle from behind. I think if Will gets by Reynolds, he might have had a lot of daylight ahead.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle. But after we'll get a nice return there out of that.
Yes.
Squib kick took a really high bounce, if you were able to see that on film. But it took a really high bounce and right into Will's hands. And Will ran straight forward and got back out to where we at, about the 45 here.
Yeah, it looks like we are.
We're on our own 45.
And so the Warriors get started here. 9-10 left in the first quarter. It is 8-6. Wes-Del leads. And that one's away, and Harlan with some room. Before he's tackled, it looked like he picked up 5 there, Coach.
Yeah, no, they've seen something on film that they like on that right side, although we've seen that quite a bit. So what I think we've seen is that we like our blocking on that right side.
Yes.
Because we've continued to do that quite a bit. So I see Mason Cox over there, and I think maybe Eric Lehman and a couple other guys will try to identify that right side.
In the beast formation once again, and here is Harlan coming down to our side. He gets around the corner. Oh, that's not Harlan. That's Will Kelly. My bad.
Direct snap. There's a flag there. Joel Dowling doesn't look real happy. See what they call.
I wonder if he moved early.
Well,
it may not have been him. It may have been someone else, and that's why he's upset.
Calling here. Looking for an initial call, but maybe I missed it. No,
they are moving us.
Holding, it's holding.
5-yard penalty there.
My guess is that that was on Joel because he didn't look real happy about it.
No.
I've seen that look before.
Yes, we have.
So, that's going to back us up 10 yards, and then we'll play it again. I saw some great sportsmanship on that play. Remind me to mention it here in a second. It won't matter that I mention it right now, but remind me.
Okay, I will.
When we get it here at a dead point.
And a little different formation for us here, Coach. Spread out, no longer in the beast formation.
Yeah, we got kind of the I formation here. We've got Eric right behind, Will Kelly right behind Eric. Little fake. Kind of felt that one coming.
It passes away, and that is Cameron Buckner, and he's got room.
Hold on, Cameron.
He's finally brought down just across the 30-yard line. So another nice pass play for Wes-Del.
That was a nice play. We could kind of see that develop from up here. That was a nice play. Had a lot of options, and Cameron was able to just get by his guy just enough that we were able to get that pass out there. Nice throw, right on the money, and nice catch by Cameron Buckner.
I think Coach Knuckles likes something he's seeing because he's back in that same I formation here with the spread out. 4 receivers.
Well, they're obviously going man coverage. They don't have anybody really back deep, so they're going to just say you're going to have to beat us man-to-man.
And this also opens up, I think, a little bit for Eric Harlan to move. And he's getting some pressure there, but he got it away.
Yeah, he handed off to Will, and Will didn't do anything to go backwards and didn't have an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, that play wasn't that one didn't work from the start, unfortunately. Will didn't have any options there. And I don't know that was really the line's fault as much as they could kind of send a couple extra guys on that. They sent more guys than we could block on that play.
And now we're looking at 2nd and 15. Still spread here, not in the beast formation. May see a pass play out of this.
Oh,
and we did get the hard count there, and Flag.
Teammates are reminding him, watch the ball. We're on defense. It doesn't matter what he does. And then I think coach is going to remind him too. He's coming out here, but
it's going to bring us about 2nd and 9 now, I believe.
What he doesn't realize is we've seen that quite a few times with Eric doing that hard count.
It's one of Eric's skills there. He has a great ability with that hard count, and he gets someone, as we said earlier, about every game he gets somebody to go off sides. Here we go, a fake, and the pass is away.
Oh, Nate's open.
And Nate is open, and it's just outside.
Good idea.
Of his hands there.
Just a little bit more loft on that, and we had it, but they're both right on. They were right there. Both of them were on the same page at least.
So we are seeing a little bit more of the passing game from the Warriors than we've seen in the past. So 6:36 left here in the first quarter. And I got to say, I like that it's been the last few games we've mixed it up.
Yep. Yeah, we're moving the ball with different ways tonight. So we seem to be trying a few different things. And this is a big play because it's 3rd and long. See what we can get out of this. Got him
and
again.
There's another hard count and a penalty on Purdue Polytechnic.
Watch the ball. That's what the coaches are young. The ball's right there. It doesn't move. You can do all the hard counts you want. When you're on defense, you watch that ball.
Yep.
When that ball's snapped, then you go. Easier said than done, though. Especially when you want to be aggressive because you've got them pinned back a little bit and you know it's probably a passing play and you're one of those linemen, you want to get back there.
And now we're 3rd and 4. See if we can use this to our advantage to get a first down, maybe more.
Hand off right up the middle.
And he is brought down.
Just short, but first down.
Yep. So Will Kelly with the carry, and that's a Wes-Del first down. And they are striking within striking distance once again here in the first quarter as the clock's now running down to about 6 minutes and 10 seconds.
Inside the 10-yard line now, so we're 1st and goal from here.
There goes Dowling in motion. Roll out, and the pass is over the head of Joel Dowling. And he actually said, I think he tapped his jersey there and said, that's my fault.
I think he thought maybe there was a guy behind him. I don't know what, obviously we don't know what the patterns are for the other two receivers. There was another guy in that area, but looked like Joel wasn't expecting that one.
And Will Kelly will take a break on this one as we see, looks like Carlos Artiega comes in the backfield.
Now we've got Joel and Nate Steele now on the same side. Let's see, they did this last time and then brought Joel in motion. Let's see if they stay on the same side or anybody goes in motion here. I think right across the middle, Jesus on a slant pattern. Nope.
And Harlan keeps it up the middle there. And it's a couple of yards. Now 3rd down. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, looks like about the 7.
And we got a timeout.
Timeout, Purdue Polytech.
And a timeout with Purdue Polytechnic. We'll take a timeout audio-wise with them. So with 5:47 left, it's 8-6. Wes-Del will be back with you here shortly on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And welcome back here at Samuel T. Kelly Field. And Coach and I were just talking. I just checked in on the YouTube channel and saw that we had about 40 people watching. And every one of those people we know have Friday night parties now, with family.
Right.
Close
family.
Close family. Anybody that's, following the social distancing rules. So 4 to 8 people.
At each house.
With 40 people. So great crowd tonight. Yep. Great crowd online.
At least in our minds.
Yep, in our minds. I know there'll be some time for us to check the chat in between quarters, and we'll, if anybody wants to say hi in there, we'll try to say hi back.
Absolutely.
And appreciate you watching. Ball's away, and
Nate
that's Nate Steele with the touchdown, and we'll see if we can get that on replay here.
Yeah, I think that single man-to-man matchup out there on the outside, we're going to take that all day with Nate. Nate's a really good athlete. Get everything going away from him, then it's just one-on-one. Nate's just got to beat his guy over there, and so far on the left side, he's been able to do that.
And so that's his second touchdown of the night, and that puts Wes-Del up at 14-6 as they're ready to go for two here. So high-scoring affair early here, and we'll remember, folks, Purdue Polytechnic only had the ball one time, and they scored on that first possession right away. So it could be a scoring night.
Wow.
And that one just outside the reach. Is that
that was Joel again. They like that play, it was there again. So, although we didn't get the 2-point conversion, nice way to march down the field again. Allows us to play with the lead like we talked about. Now we're going to have to figure out how to play some defense here with a really quick and athletic team. It's 14-6, 5:42 left in this first quarter.
And that is true, Coach. The difficulty is to handle Michael Hobbs, the quarterback. He's 6'1", 200 pounds, so he's not a small guy by any means, but he's also makes up with that size with being very, very quick.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So
yeah.
We saw that on the first possession, and that's something that I'm sure Coach Early and Coach Hess talked about and said we've got to make sure that we do a little better on this defensive possession. So we're waiting the kick. It's getting that time of night, Coach.
That's beautiful out. It's almost twilight here. Not quite.
Twilight's your favorite time.
Yeah, it's almost. It's beautiful.
We're getting there.
That beautiful scenery there on the backside behind our boys over there on the visitor side. Really, really pretty tonight. Leaves are just about to start changing colors.
Always love to get Coach's seasonal updates.
Oh, that one did go 10.
And that
was touched.
And I believe we recovered there.
We recovered. It looks like A.J. Nauman with the recovery.
A.J. Nauman with the recovery, and Wes-Del will take over about the 40-yard line, just over the 40-yard line, 45 almost.
Well, that's one way to keep an athletic team off the field is get the onside kick. So that worked out for us in our favor, and, we talk about that. And we've talked about that before this year that, boy, when that works, it is a great equalizer.
So one thing we talked about last week was how that was a long game. You know, it was about 3 hours and 30 minutes we were streaming, and here we are kind of set for the same thing with a lot of passing and a lot of scoring and a lot of stops in the action. So the clock stops a lot more when you do that. The ball is away, and here's Harlan. He's got some room. Makes a nice shifty move, and he's across just short of a first down here.
Yeah, nice pickup of about 7, it looks like, on that. Eric just, took it outside the left side that time. He'd been going right most of the time, but he went outside the left side that time and was able to pick up 7 yards on that first down.
So here they are in not quite the beast formation. Nate Steele's down here on our side, and here's a pass away.
He's got him.
And that is caught. Joel Dowling with the catch, and that's a great pass play, and let's see if we can grab this one on the Schneider replay.
Nice play there. You can see as Eric lets that go, Joel's got his man beat. Had to just run hard enough to catch up to that ball, and he did.
And I think we have a penalty flag down.
That's going to be a false start on one of our guys, maybe the quarterback.
So that last replay was sponsored by Schneider General Contractor, LLC.
All right.
So we want to thank Mr. Schneider, who's also a school board member.
Appreciate the support.
He does a lot for the school district, and appreciate him sponsoring. So we're starting to get a few more sponsors there, Coach.
Looks like they called, let's see which way they marked it off. They pointed.
Was it on us or on them?
No, I think they pointed towards them. It looks to me like it was a in the neutral zone or a encroachment on the defense.
So here we go.
I didn't see it, though.
I didn't either. Yeah. And the ball's away, and here's another pass play going back and knocked down. Nice defensive play there. That is, I'm trying to check that number. I believe
Number
it's number 30?
35, I want to say.
35?
Yeah, 35.
Carter McDowell.
Yeah, that was a nice play. He ran that same play to Joel. Felt like we had a matchup we liked, and to his credit, he did a really nice job there in coverage.
2nd and 5. And that ball's away, and here is Harlan keeping that.
Oh, he bounced outside.
Bounced outside before he's tackled there by number 11 for Purdue Polytechnic, and number 11 is Darryl Stowers.
3 yards in a cloud of dust right there.
Yes. Well, I can tell you this much, that it's like this all over in Indiana right now. We could use some rain. I know my house, I could definitely use some rain.
I noticed that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That was a direct snap to Will Kelly.
And that is a Will Kelly, and I think he may have gotten the first down. It's going to be close.
Both teams so far, I haven't gotten to tell that story yet, but both teams displaying some really good sportsmanship here.
Yeah, you haven't gotten to that story
I'll
yet.
get to it.
Okay, well, I felt like I needed to remind you.
Yeah,
so
you will.
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
You need to remind me.
Okay.
Too close to the end zone right now. Oh, we got crossing. Look at that little pick
Pass
play
away,
there.
and that is caught.
Are they going to give it to him? They threw a flag here.
Did they throw the flag?
I don't know if Joel definitely had a hand on, but I don't know if it's going to be there or somewhere else.
Well, let's take a look here and see what the call is. But while we're waiting on the call, Coach, I'm going to go ahead and play the replay. So if we can see the replay, I'm going to take a look and see what we have there.
Oh, they called it on them, so the touchdown's going to count.
Touchdown will stand, and that is Joel Dowling with the touchdown.
They call that hand fighting, I guess, when you're pushing against each other there a little bit, and defensive guys and offensive guys in coverage pushing against each other. Purdue Polytech's coach is asking why it was on them, and I don't really blame him.
No, I would definitely, if I were coach for Purdue, I'd want to know also exactly what made that on us and not on them.
It looks like passing interference on. Oh, wait a minute.
So did they?
The official indicated that a penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Oh,
okay.
Take the touchdown. Yeah, you don't want to go half the distance here when you can enforce that on the kickoff.
So here comes the 2-point conversion, and it is up the middle, and I believe we're in.
Yes.
Haven't seen a signal.
Indication on the far side over there is that Eric Carlin able to keep it, sneak in behind that right side that he likes to run behind so much.
22-16, and while we get ready for this kickoff, let's go back one more time and take a look at that as we were trying to figure out if it was pass interference. And let's just go ahead and take a look at the touchdown to Joel Dowling. It's a nice pass from Harlan, and
Hey,
you look at that.
Well, we got it that really favors Joel in that replay. I really like that replay.
Yeah.
That looks good. We couldn't see any of that. Joel will argue with me now when I see him next time.
Yeah.
I didn't push off. Just like he never fouls anybody in basketball.
No, never fouls.
So we will definitely take that, and that's another nice drive, another nice pass. Now I will say this: that pass was right there on the money, and
great pass by Eric.
Yeah,
Harlan.
and Eric threw it right there, and Joel was right there, ran a great pattern. So we'll just call that two guys battling for the ball.
And so, as we said, the penalty is assessed on the kickoff, so they will actually be kicking here, it looks like, from the 45-yard line.
Yep. And 3:47 still left here in this first quarter. So, like you said, it's a little bit of a longer quarter when you're scoring.
And we'll see if
Looks like they put everybody on that right side. So, if Avery had any way to kick it over here, he's not set up that way, though.
No.
Oh, a little
and they kick
kick.
that one deep.
And it goes out of bounds.
And it'll be out of bounds, which will be a penalty flag.
Kick is kicked out of bounds for penalty.
Not sure exactly where they'll take over.
We'll see. I'm not sure how that works. The penalty that gave us the extra yardage, and now we're going to kick it out of bounds. So we'll see where they take over. That's something I need to ask Coach about. I don't really understand that. That's one of the rules.
Well, they're getting together to talk about it. I don't know that they know.
Hold on. They're saying, hold on. I always thought if it went out of bounds, there was a yard line that you started off with. no matter what. But that may not be the high school rule.
Well, three of them are keeping
Well,
6 feet social distance while talking. And then,
these guys might. Well, what they might be doing is coming over here and asking. I think you have the option to re-kick.
yeah.
So do you want to re-kick, or do you want to take it at wherever they're going to place it? We'll see.
And that is exactly.
Yeah, you can back them up 5 yards and do a re-kick if you want.
That's exactly what they're doing. And I'll be honest with you, this crew has been pretty good.
Yeah.
It's early.
I mean, I guess we'd have to ask the opposing team what they thought, but so far so good for us.
It's easy for us to say that at a 22-6 lead.
I think they might argue that
they're going to re-kick.
With us. They might ask. They may argue about that last call.
They are going to re-kick. So now, again, this will not expedite the game.
No.
Slow her down.
So now we're going back to
we're going back to originally kick off. So
where we should have the first time without the penalty.
So
it looks like it's a 10-yard penalty.
And if you can keep up, we're basically just kicking off back where we would have if there hadn't been a penalty on the defensive pass interference.
So now we're back up in front. So it's not a 10-yard penalty. My fault.
Okay, now we're back up.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
Folks, if you can figure it out at home, figure it out, I guess.
This would be a good time to get a snack.
This would be an excellent time to go get a box of Cheez-Its while we try to figure out what we're supposed to tell you is going on.
There you are, set up for the short kick again. They have one guy back and everyone else up.
So Purdue Polytechnic elected to re-kick, and we're re-kicking now at the 50 rather than the 45. So it must have been a 5-yard kickoff penalty here.
We've seen this before, and
I think we look more like we're going to onside here, Coach, rather than squib kick. I don't know.
Waiting for the sign from Coach Hess. And here we go.
And
to the other side.
Onside, and we just recovered that one again. So he touched it, and it came right back, and it was recovered by Will Kelly, I believe, wasn't it?
Yep, sure was.
So a little bit more strategy if you're a coach than you wanted right there. So you say,
Yeah. Well,
either way, you just
hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
Especially in coaching. Yeah, you'd like to say, well, hey, we changed our mind. We'll take that out of bounds penalty.
Yeah, it's easy for us to say what you should or shouldn't do.
Yeah.
That's why we're up here and not down there. So Warriors take over on looks like the 40.
Here we go.
Harlan passing the ball. He's got Buckner.
Through his hands.
Just dropped that one.
Right over his shoulder, though.
I will say this is more passing than I've seen from the Warriors in definitely in one quarter.
A lot of matchups that we like. And Coach Nuck's not being shy here.
No, and you did say to be aggressive and be on the attack.
Yeah,
and I believe that key to the game is, but you did talk to Coach Knuckles. I saw you talk to him earlier.
Yeah, he said that. He said they wanted to be aggressive and be in charge. Ooh, ran our own man there.
And Harlan still gets about 6 or 7 yards out of that.
Yep.
But he ran right into his own guy.
Yeah, he did. Ran into one of his guys, and I don't believe second down. We just missed on the pass play. I think it's actually should be third down,
I think it is third down. Because on the pass.
We were incomplete on the pass.
Incomplete on the pass, and that was the run on second down. So officials maybe missing the pass.
Well, that's not necessarily official. The white hat's the official on that, so he keeps that on his hand. If you've ever watched them, they have a rubber band they put around there.
We'll take the extra down.
We'll see what they do here.
Harlan away, and that pass is caught by Joel Dowling on the far side over there. So an excellent pass and catch. Once again, Harlan to Dowling, and now we are down to about the 13, 14-yard line.
Yeah, and again, the matchup that Eric likes and Coach Knuckles obviously likes. And here we are back to the beast again to see if we kick Joel out or if we keep him back there. It looks like they're going to keep him back there this time.
Oh, that time they're all over it.
Somebody missed a block on the backside.
And, yes, Eric Harlan paid the price for a missed block there by somebody.
Didn't see it coming at all. Like,
So Joel Dowling is having a pretty good first quarter, and he's been came back just last week.
Yeah.
Off the injury, the IR, the injured reserve, and he looks to be a little bit more. Last week he was hobbling.
Yeah,
Still got the leg wrapped up, but
he's moving a little better.
That one's away, and here is Harlan passing, and just outside of Joel Dowling.
Had two guys open there. Had Joel and Jesus both open, and Jesus is going to tell him. But receivers always like to tell you they're always open. So Jesus and Joel both were options on that play, and I think that's one that we might see again at some point because that play both had two options open there.
You know, Coach, when I played basketball, I was always open too.
Yeah, there's a reason.
I know. I was always open, and Coach told me not to shoot.
Yeah, I was going to say I've told some guys that before. Hey, they come over yelling, "I'm open, I'm open." I said, "Yeah, the other team has a scouting report on you."
Yeah. That's away, and the pass is up, and that is
nice catch.
Is that Nate Steele?
No, I don't think so. Nate's over here on this side. I think it might be Cameron. That's Cameron Buckner.
Cameron Buckner once again. We have a let's see about that replay as we go to the Schneider replay. And thrown up back there, and that was a great go up and get it there by Cameron Buckner. So
you know the nice thing about those plays is that Eric's throwing them close enough to the sideline that if we don't catch it, no one's going to catch it.
Right. And that is something that you have to say not all quarterbacks can do, and it's a little bit of an art. Now,
well, you know the thing is too is, if you've had some turnover issues like we've had with Tom, you have to trust yourself to keep throwing that ball, and Eric obviously does. We got a little miss. Joel's going to throw one maybe.
Joel throwing one and almost caught there. And he's out on the track. Hopefully he's not hurt. Nate Steele. So Joel Dowling trying a little bit of a pass play there.
Razzle-dazzle there from Coach Nutt.
Little razzle-dazzle. So it's 28-6 and 1:55 still remaining in the first quarter. So, folks, we're going to take a quick audio break, and we'll be back with you here real quick on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And, Coach, we're back here, and 28-6, and we're getting ready to kick off once again. We just talked about with each other. This is the most we've probably passed all year long early on, and we see something we like, and we're going to it. And, Purdue Polytechnic's going to have to work on that and make that adjustment. I'm sure they will, especially here at the quarter where they get some time to talk. And but here we are on kickoff again. And last time, folks, it was a little bit of a circus, to be honest with you, as we went back and forth, kicked it out of bounds, came back. So we'll see if we can see what we do here. If we go with the squib.
They've got a little different formation set up this time.
And it is a little bit. And we kept it inbounds this time.
Oh, it looks like
we maybe have been on that. Did we recover once again? And we did. So we recover on the squib kick this time, not the onside kick. And Wes-Del will be taking over 1st and 10. About the 32-yard line. And, I kind of feel bad for some of those kids on the Purdue Polytechnic team that kind of hits them in the hands and they just can't quite pick that up.
Probably not something they see a whole lot of.
No.
It's you can tell they're in the right formation.
Yes.
I mean, this time especially, I like what the coach had them in a different formation, and we just kind of squib kicked it past that first line to the second line, and the kid tried to run back and get it, and he did get a hand on it. And before he could slow his momentum down, he was past the ball.
Now we're spread a little bit more, but this time Harlan with a pitch, and that's Will Kelly, I believe, down here, and he rumbles across the 25-yard line. So a nice run, nice pitch and run there by Will Kelly.
Looks like he's going to pick up about 7 on that.
Kelly forced out of bounds by Duckett.
Nice play there, nice read. Eric kept that long enough to get the defender to commit, and then pitched it right out there to Will. So we got empty backfield now, so obviously we're going to throw some more. Or Eric could run it, I guess.
And that ball's away, and
Oh,
it's
that's a
down here to
short
Will
pass.
Kelly. Will Kelly makes the defender miss. He's got some room before he runs out of bounds. That's a first down for Wes-Del.
Kelly on the reception, forced out of bounds by Mason.
Yeah, I probably should ask somebody else, but, like you said, I wonder what the most passing attempts we have in a game is. Not just this year. I'm talking about career.
Wes-Del's not known
No?
in my 11 years, 12 years here to be a passing team, but we're doing a lot of it tonight.
It's one thing to be a passing team. It's another thing to be a completing team.
Yes.
You got to be able to catch it. And we're doing a good job.
And the direct
right up the
snap,
gut.
and Harlan
He's
all
gonna
the
get
way in for the score. And the direct snap to Eric Harlan. And we will have another replay of that touchdown as it was a direct snap to number 10. So let's take a look at that on the Schneider replay. And it was, Coach, just everybody bit for it. He
Yep.
instantly got that and raced in for 6.
Well, you throw, and then all of a sudden that gap gets wider and wider in there, and Eric read that. I'm not sure if that was I'm going to give Coach Knuckles the credit on that being just a snap and direct quarterback run.
Well, Coach Knuckles, I think, he took a new position this year, and he's the dean of students down at the elementary. And I went in the other day, and it's funny because Harlan is he in there for that?
Harlan on the carry for the Warrior. 2-point conversion.
And it was a good 2-point conversion.
I never
But
saw anybody.
I didn't see a signal, but
Must have been one of the officials we weren't looking
that
at.
makes it 36-6. But back to Coach Knuckles, I went in the other day to check on him and see how things were going down there at the elementary, and he had about 11 of those elementary boys out there at recess. And
Did he?
He was doing formations with them, and he was practicing, seeing if things worked.
It's not a surprise.
Always working.
I was afraid what you were going to say, that he had some kids in his office that were in trouble.
No, they weren't in trouble.
Okay,
he had
that's
them out
good.
there on the playground. He had them, spread out, and he should have known he was working on something for tonight's game. So appreciate those elementary kids that were involved in that. And Coach Knuckles, when he watches this back, will appreciate the fact that I just make things up as I go. So 1:22 left. It's 36-6, and we are kicking off again. So. We also might be approaching the most points scored in a quarter, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
For
I
us
keep looking.
offensively,
Yeah, I keep looking up there and thinking it's the end of the first half, and I
Yeah.
realize we've got another quarter to play before that. So here we are kicking off again.
I think this will be some kind of a
I would imagine we'll kick again, another squib kick possibly.
going to the right side this time.
And that one's bouncing, and that one's recovered.
That's the wrong guy to let you
And
have
that
it.
is, number 7 there. And that was, I think it's Vishon.
I'll tell you who that was. That was That was Vashon Horst.
Yep, Vishon Horst.
So now we got to get our defense out there. Get our defense.
Something that hasn't been out for a little
been
bit.
out there for a few possessions, so now we got to get out there and see if we can do a better job than we did last time. And I know that sounds crazy when we're up so much, but we haven't done a very good job, at least on the one possession that we had.
They have had one offensive possession, correct?
I believe so.
In this whole quarter, and they scored on it.
We'll bring him in motion.
So
give it to number
there
4.
it is to number 4, and he makes some moves. He's making some more moves before he's finally tackled down. I didn't see who was in on the tackle. Coach, you didn't bring your binoculars.
I did not. Josiah Duckett on the carry there for Purdue Poly.
So
Pick
Josiah,
up of about 7 there. I would say it was a host of
Warrior tacklers.
Warrior tacklers. Sorry if we missed somebody on there. It's a little difficult to see.
It always is.
It always is at my age.
It always is at your age.
I see the bad calls, though. I can always see
You do see the bad calls. And in winter, you're able to see them really well because you're right there.
Handoff.
Handoff and a nice tackle there.
A.J. Nauman able to hold
A.J.
his
Nauman,
ground.
who we talked about
Yep.
in the pregame.
That's a nice tackle because if he gets by A.J. right there, that might be another. We may be in trouble there again because, we've seen what they can do when they get outside of our, interior linemen and our farthest outside backs. And AJ just made a nice open field tackle right there.
And I think we may have a timeout here.
We made it to the end of the first quarter.
Oh, we made it to the end of the first quarter. Hey. So at the end of one at Samuel T. Kelly Field here, Purdue Polytechnic trails Wes-Del 36-6. We will be back with you here shortly on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And welcome back here, Coach, as we get ready to start the second quarter. And Wes-Del is on defense. I just got the tweet there from Kai Denny that he tweeted out on WD Athletics Twitter account. Make sure if you're on Twitter and you aren't following WD Athletics that you do so at WD Athletics on Twitter. And a nice stop there. Good tackle. That is Mason Cox, I think. Number 58 was in there.
Looks like it. Nice tack. Fourth down. Fourth and about a long 2.
So we have made it to the second quarter. I paused. Not second half.
Not yet.
Second quarter. So
clock's running now. See what we're going to do here. Obviously, they're going to try to get the ball outside. A little outside run.
He is outside and across the first down there.
Able to at least force him out of bounds. He did pick up about 4 yards on that and able to get a first down on that. Again, don't want to let him get outside of you too much right there because those guys are really quick. That was, again, Hobbs on the carry, their quarterback.
Say hello and a shout-out to a couple people. Shirley Thacker, who is watching the game there, A.J. Nauman's grandmother, and Terry Bartram is
there's
watching.
Our first pass.
There's a pass.
That's a nice
And that
throw.
is deep, and it is incomplete.
Eric Harlan in coverage did a nice job there. Didn't look like it took much effort to throw it that far. Just out through his receiver just a little bit.
He sure did. So, once again, 36 points there in the first quarter. That's got to be close. Have to do some fact-checking. That's got to be close to a possible record for the Warriors. Probably the passing attempts might be a record. And here we go.
A little pass or a pitch play.
Try to stay there, and they did. They did a good job of staying in where they needed to be.
Forcing it back inside where you have some help. If you were able to keep and contain that outside and force it back inside where you can get a little bit of help, slow them down, don't let them get a full head of steam there.
Two guys really working there on that one were Jesus Cardoza and Carlos Artiega, both there trying to keep that contained.
So that brings up third and about 6 here.
And, again, they are always able of a big play here.
Oh,
and pressure. A.J. Nauman putting on pursuit and pressure. That ball is away.
Oh, there's your flag.
And that's going to be a pass interference.
Yeah, and if Cameron would have known that the ball was that short, he wouldn't have had to do that. But he didn't know where the ball was, and that's one of the things as a defensive back. You see that receiver turn around and start looking for the ball. You better turn your head, too, so you know where the ball's at.
And that because the ball really wasn't within about 15 yards of the play or 10 yards, and he definitely did commit the violation.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. And, I'm sure Coach will talk him through that. Hey, here's what's going to happen. And I'll be honest with you, I thought the quarterback was going to keep it and run. He had all day to run out there on the right.
Good pursuit by A.J. Nauman there.
Yeah.
So they will take it over here, 1st and 10, about the 15-yard line. Trailing by 30 here with 10:18 left in the second quarter. And we have a timeout.
Wes-Del.
Wes-Del. So As Wes-Del takes a timeout, we take the timeout. So an audio timeout here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. All right, we're back here, Coach. Put your headset on.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Put your headset on. Nobody wants to listen to me. That's why there's no attendance at the middle school streams, because they have to listen to myself and Officer Stafford, who.
I wouldn't say that about Officer Stafford.
No, and there's a pass
there's
play.
Pass.
And it was almost picked off, but you know what? It hit Eric Harlan right in the hands, and that's the worst place to hit it.
Oh, sometimes it is. When you have to go up and make a play, especially an athlete like Eric, you just make a play. And you don't think about it. He had all day to catch that one, and it went right through his hands. And he's tapping his shirt. My bad. He's probably tired. He's played just about every play out here tonight.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. He would say, I should have had that one.
Yes, he would have.
Handoff right up the middle.
Yep. And we get him tackled there.
It's like Xavier Snyder and Eric Pettis in on the tackle there.
Yep.
Two seniors.
Down by the Warrior defense.
So, Coach, 10 minutes still to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah.
This is a great night if you're watching the stream. You got the opportunity to sit there at home and make sure you're getting a good meal. And
yeah.
And
it's always a great
those
night to
of
watch
us that have made the trip, we're going to be here a while.
Oh, trying to get outside.
Good pressure.
AJ's still putting pressure
AJ's
on.
still on him.
Oh, he was able to pick up more than I thought.
He finally picked up a few there before they finally bring him down.
Almost a late hit right there.
I will say this: A.J. Nauman should be tired after that.
Yeah.
He had to chased him all over the field.
And I'm trying to see who else was over there helping. I think it was I'd be guessing. Let me look. I guess I could look at – I don't have our program.
Huh? What do you need?
I have theirs, but this is Tinley's on the back.
Oh, Tinley's on the back. Okay. Well.
I'm going to give somebody some credit there.
Who are you trying to give credit to? What number?
Well, I know Cameron was over there.
Okay. I think they're in. They are in for a touchdown. So Purdue Polytechnic back on the board with 6, and it is now 36-12 with that score.
I figured out what our best defense is. The onside kick.
Yes.
Because every time they've had the ball, they've scored. So anybody that wants to dispute our onside kicking,
I would stick with it. I would stick with it now.
Not tonight.
Because they have the ability to get – it may be 36-12, folks. It's the second quarter. They have the ability to get back in this.
They've scored 12 points, but they've only
every
had the ball
time they've
twice.
had the ball. They've had the ball twice. They've scored.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they're capable of doing some things on offense.
The play right now is onside kick.
Oh, well, it looks like it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. Oh, and somebody got hit.
Yeah.
Blindside. That's going to be a blindside.
Who was that's down
Jesus.
there? Jesus got hit.
He never saw that coming. That
was hard hit.
That was a tough hit. He's probably trying to catch his breath right now.
Yeah, he's taking the helmet off, and now he's laying down there. So,
he's catching his breath on that one because he didn't see that one coming at all. That was a really, that's what they call
it was legal.
Well, they threw a flag.
Did they throw a flag?
Yeah, it used to be legal, but what's what they call a blindside or a chip.
Oh, okay.
Or not a chip, but I don't know. They're calling it a personal foul is what they're calling it. You're right. In the old days, that was a legal block. It wasn't like he wasn't facing him.
Yeah.
He just didn't see it coming. And they've kind of changed that rule in the last few years to try to take away some plays like that. Back in the old days, there was no way that was an illegal play. But nowadays it is, and it was a hard. So I'm glad to see him up. I'm hoping that just knocked the wind out of Jesus there because he didn't see it. Now I'm guessing that's what it is.
He's up and walking.
He's not very happy about it.
He is not happy.
Tony Cox is going to carry his helmet.
He's going to take it back to him, let him
everything.
know that he needs to play the rest of the game with that.
Yep. Yes, he's going to want that back on.
So
that'll be enforced on the kickoff here, I'm guessing.
I will say this: the officiating crew tonight has had some interesting calls.
They've been in some tough
They've been some
situations,
yeah.
but I feel like they've overall done a pretty good job.
They have done a good job.
I mean, that was the right call.
No, they were the right calls. I just think they've had some of the most unique situations.
So
I'm glad we have this crew this week and not the crew we had last week.
Yeah, me too. I doubt if they're subscribers, so we can say that.
I'm going to guess they don't subscribe. They're not one of the many subscribers, Coach. We almost were at 200.
To bring someone new in there, but I'm guessing Jesus is usually up on the hands team right there, and so we brought in one of our younger guys. If I had a program, I'd tell you who that was.
Yeah, well.
You grab one. Oh, Mr. Denny brought us a program.
You know, Coach, we are 10 subscribers away from 200.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That's
a lot of
190 more than I thought we had. Or should have.
A lot of people out there, and here we go. And we got the ball. That's Nate Steele, is it?
Yep, Nate's going.
Nate's got room. Nate's still got room. Nate's still got room. He's got a couple guys to beat, but a great return by Nate Steele.
Number 20 was able to catch up with him there. Nice return. Looks like pretty good. 27-yard line, what we're going to mark it at.
I want to give a shout-out to Joel Dowling's grandparents, Steve, Donna Dowling. They are watching from Kentucky. And they said everything looks great and sounds great, so we hope that continues for you guys and everyone in the stream.
Probably excited to watch Joel's had several nice big plays tonight.
Had a good night so far. 8:39 left, and folks, if you could only see this picture right now, Coach is he's like a parrot on my shoulder as I'm running the camera.
Well, part of it is I'm getting some fresh air coming out of here.
Yeah, I know. I do like that. We're starting to get a little bit of that breeze there in that fresh air.
Hand off to Will.
Will Kelly.
Picked up about, we're going to say about 7. Second down. Moving some different guys in and out here. Now we've got Carlos, give Will a break, bringing in Carlos Artiega in the backfield.
And we are spread more here. And Harlan looking to pass. That one's away.
Oh, he's got him wide open. That's Trey Adams,
that is Trey Adams, I believe, a freshman. And that's his first varsity touchdown for Trey Adams.
Ran a nice route there because he must have ran a nice route. He was wide open.
And let's see if we can get that one in the Schneider replay.
Yeah, I like to see the older guys excited for the freshmen.
And that is a fantastic pass and catch. Great job for the freshman there. And that puts us at 42 as we get ready to go for 2 here.
And Trey was so excited he forgot that he's not on the 2-point conversion team. And somebody had to yell, get out there. I want to stay, Coach. I want to stay.
Congratulations. First varsity touchdown. Now get off the field.
Yeah, nice job by Trey. Nice catch. Sometimes we talked about that a minute ago there. Sometimes those ones that are wide open like that are the hardest ones to catch. You got all day to think about it.
And I don't know exactly if that's his 4th passing touchdown. And that one's away, and it's up the middle, and it's in. So it'll be 44-12 now. And Wes-Del strikes back quickly. So that gives us a chance to look here in the stream in the chat, Coach, and want to have a shout out to Purdue Polytechnic fans in there watching.
Right, good.
We appreciate that.
Welcome,
Ryan Broadstreet. Ryan, great to see you in there. He says thank you from the Purdue side of the house.
Absolutely,
you guys are great. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Lois Nauman, the grandmother, appreciates us broadcasting the game. That obviously is AJ Nauman's grandmother, so appreciates that. And Julie Swartz hasn't missed one yet, Coach.
Nope.
Julie Swartz has not missed a game yet.
Keep the streak going.
She's got that streak.
Let me just say on behalf of both of us that everyone's been great here so far at Purdue for Polytech. And like we said, we were
right up there with they're probably going to be in the running for the best host.
Yeah, they've been great to us.
They've been great to us.
Gave us a spot up here in the booth, and been very, very nice guys to talk to up here. So that's been been a long game so far, but
It
so
has.
far it's been fun.
But you can
to
handle a
watch,
long
so.
game when you have this good a hospitality.
Well, and there's a lot of scoring going both ways. So see what we do here.
So we're getting ready to kick off and send it back over, and that is not going to go 10 yards.
It's going backwards.
That almost.
Avery's kind of laughing with his hands.
I was going to say that almost went the opposite direction.
Well, I saw Avery today. He, last week he rolled that ankle, and he's in an ice bucket on and off all week this week. So this one tonight, that may be a little, when you're kicking the football like that, may be a little sore. I saw him taped up pretty good before the game, but it must not like the way he was kicking with it on, so he took it off. So he's still trying to explain that one too. I don't know what happened there. Well, I don't know if I've seen one go backwards before.
The good thing for Avery is that's on the YouTube channel, so it's etched in time forever. We can always go back and see.
Well, I'll see him first thing when we get back from break. I always see him. We talk quite a bit, and he will laugh about that, but for the most part,
he'll be the first one to say, "What did you think of that kick?"
Yeah, at first, but for the most part tonight, I mean, those onside kicks have been great, and that's why we need them right there because
it's Hobbs again.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if he gets around the corner,
well, you don't want that.
It's scary.
Yep. Well, we've seen it.
Yes,
we saw him going the other way pretty quick.
The first snap of the game, we saw it.
Yeah, I saw the back of his number real quick because he was going. Looks like Jesus is back out there. That's good news.
That is good news to see Cardozo back
I'm
out.
guessing he just got the wind knocked out of him. Had that blind side block, or, just kind of able to shake that off, though. Glad to see it wasn't anything more than that.
Here is Hobbs back to pass.
Oh, that's short. Cameron, turn around.
And that one is short.
Yeah.
And brings up third down.
Third and about 6. Long 6, maybe.
Yeah, it looks that way. 7:42 left in the second quarter, 44-12. I did see, and I see him over there on the far side of the track, that Coach Van Mater,
he is.
strength and conditioning coach, made the trip.
Yeah, I was going to mention him, obviously. That was a little backwards.
Yeah.
So
that down here on our side. Oh, he's just trying to stay in
a
bounds.
Stutter step, picked up another 4 or 5 yards on that. That almost could have been a late hit on us.
Yeah.
But sometimes, we've talked about this before, you're waiting to hear that whistle. Coaches preach that, play till you hear the whistle. So sometimes that's on the officials. Sometimes you just got to kind of know where the sideline is and ease up a little bit. But nice run there. Number 4, get a little stutter step, pick up 4 or 5 extra yards on that play.
Yep.
We haven't said his name.
Yeah, we did earlier.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Josiah Duckett.
Yep,
we did say
Duckett.
his name. Yeah,
he had a good run in their last possession.
Yep.
And we have a timeout, I think.
Yeah, we got a flag.
Nope, we do. Are you
sure? Timeout before that.
Who called the timeout?
I'm guessing maybe they're going to pick up the flag, it looks like. They're going to pick up the flag because of the timeout first.
Was it us or was it them?
I don't know, but
all right.
It was us, okay.
Sounds good. And we'll knock that one off, but we'll stay here. 7:38.
So let me get to the sportsmanship.
I was wondering when we were going to get there.
Well,
you've got everybody. You've got everybody in the whole stream right now waiting for this story.
So we had 2 guys lined up against each other. One from Purdue Polytech and one of our guys. It just happened. I believe it was Cameron Buckner. Purdue Polytech guy's mouthpiece falls out right in the middle of Eric Harlan's cadence.
Really?
Yeah. So and he kind of looks at the official like, "What do I do? Do I reach across and pick up this?"
This happened
mouthpiece?
Tonight?
Yeah, it was just right here in front of us.
You don't have your binoculars.
No, I saw it perfectly. So he drops his mouthpiece, and Cameron looks down, looks back up, picks up the mouthpiece, hands it over to him right before the snap. He puts his mouthpiece back in, gives Cameron a nod, and then they play.
Yeah. And Cameron probably has gloves on.
Yeah, well.
So it's COVID friendly.
I think he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He has gloves on.
He's got gloves on. COVID friendly.
I just thought that was just I'd never seen anything like that.
No.
And he gave him a nod like, "Hey, thanks for getting my mouthpiece for me."
You've never seen anything like that, and I'm wondering with your eyesight if you actually saw it tonight.
I saw that perfectly.
Nice tackle there, and that is Jesus Cardozo.
I think Jesus is ready to play now.
Tackle there, and that was number 7, Vashon Horst.
I think we may see a few more hard tackles by Jesus Cardoza.
Yeah, I think he's
I think he's ready and awake right now.
ready to go. But anyway, that was a great story.
Well, I thought.
I mean,
it was
we
neat.
had to wait for that one.
Well, I don't know if it's worth waiting for, but it was neat.
No, it was neat. It's great.
And I thought it was good sportsmanship.
Story of a kid picking up another kid's mouthpiece during COVID.
Well, no, the point is that
That's not the point, folks. Don't focus in on that point.
No, let's focus on the point. Was Cameron looked down, saw that kid didn't have his mouthpiece, tossed it over, handed it
Great
over to him.
sportsmanship is what the point is.
Yeah.
From both sides.
Ain't good officiating to not call anything.
Yeah. So that's a penalty flag on Purdue Polytechnic. We
Backed
have
them up
not
about
mentioned that they are the Techies.
Yeah.
The Purdue Polytechnic Techies.
Yeah, they are.
So
It's like they're going to go a little spread formation.
they
here.
are going spread.
We don't have anybody real deep. Joel's back a little bit. Looks like it'll be.
And
it's
he
a handoff
fakes the
a little bit.
handoff
That's a
and
nice-
keeps that one.
Oh, no.
And he breaks through, and that's what we're always worried about. A touchdown there, and Polytechnic's back on the board. Third touchdown of the night.
Did a decent job there. I mean, they had me faked. I thought the play was going outside, and then
Yeah.
it was handoff upside, which is nice. It was a nice play design. We had someone there, and I'd have to go back and watch that just wasn't able to get a hand on him or able to bring him down. But once he got past that front line, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's time to play catch-up after that.
So that's one of the concerns with the athleticism that they have on their side is that they have that ability to make that big play.
Oh, a little pitch out.
And that's a backwards.
That's
is that?
just going to be dead because you
Yeah.
can't advance it on a
On a
two-point conversion.
Two-point conversion. Excellent job, Coach. Way to be on that. I tell you, there's nothing gets by you
Well,
in football. So it's 44-18.
yeah.
Still 6 minutes and 13 seconds left in that second quarter.
Okay.
And we have been live for exactly an hour and 30 minutes. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's we may break it.
We might break it tonight. It's already 8, a little after.
So Mr.
10
Denny,
after
and
8.
like I said over there, Coach Van Meter and Mr. Denny over there holding that side of the track
They
down.
are working that side of the track there. Let's see. Make sure they don't
I think
pick their nose or something.
You know what? I think Coach Van Meter may be listening to us as he's going.
I think
if
he is.
I'll have him wave his hand at some point. Wave your hand.
Wave
if
your
you're-
hand at some point if you're able to
I think
listen
they're a
in.
little behind the live.
Yeah, he doesn't realize he's on camera.
Let's see here. Well, we got to get back to real play.
Well, yeah, that's no fun.
I'll watch for him.
And we're back to the kick here. And that one is away. And coming up over. We finally get a wave there, I think.
Yeah, we did. Now they're doing the wave. I think they thought I said start the wave.
The wave. I tell you what, if we can get
If we could get those two doing the wave.
or get Mr. Denny to do the worm
No.
across the track.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He's got that bad back.
Well, he's got a bad back.
Yeah,
Next thing
we
you know, be out for a week. And
Oh, then yeah, we workman's
he'd
comp.
be out for a week on
Oh.
an inversion table somewhere.
Yeah. It's 6:04 left in the second quarter, 44-18. And Wes-Del has the ball, so folks, buckle up because it's been a little bit of everything right now.
There's been a lot of offense.
I can't tell if that's I think Coach Knuckles he's going to the I formation again, it looks like.
Snap.
And that one's away, and
Carlos.
that is Carlos.
Keeping those feet
Still
moving.
moving.
Yeah, pick up 2 or 3 more yards by
Yeah,
just chugging
he's-
those feet.
He did.
Able to get to about 7 yards on that carry. Nice carry for Carlos Artiega.
Coach, want to mention Wes-Del cheerleaders are here?
I will. Yeah, give me. You know what?
Well, I mean, you don't have to right now. I just want to
will.
mention
Oh,
that
no,
they're here.
Yeah, they're
They
doing
made
a
the
great
trip.
job. They're doing a great
They
job.
always make the trip.
We'll mention them in the second half.
We'll get, they're down here because the bleachers are a good set of bleachers here, good sized bleachers on this side of the field, so
Yeah.
we have both fans.
That's a little interesting, isn't it? Everybody's on the same side.
Yeah, socially distanced. Well done. Here's Harlan waiting the snap. Looks like a pass play.
It is.
Dump
That's
out
to
there.
Carlos.
Carlos. He's down the sideline, makes a cut,
Oh.
or actually just right over. Nice tackle there.
Harlan's pass to RTA.
I think Carlos had seen these guys run enough to know I'm not outrunning this guy. I'm going to have to either try to just put my head down and get another yard or two.
First down for the Warriors.
He did not. Carlos did not shy away from contact on that.
No,
play.
he did not.
McDowell on the tackle on the previous play.
A little timeout here. Purdue. Poly.
Timeout, Purdue Polytechnic. And in on the tackle there was Tristan, I think it was Tristan Wilcher,
Okay.
number 31 that was in on that tackle.
All right.
Nice tackle. So, Coach, I know we haven't had a chance to talk about kind of what's happening in the next, but the IHSAA sectional draw was released.
Yeah, it was released for football, and Wes-Del looks like will host. They're going to host the first game in 2 weeks, not from today, actually. We will be playing at home and playing Tri-Central, a team we've already seen this year.
Yeah,
we
we
had
have.
a close game with them, 13-8.
And, we were talking on the drive down. I don't think we played our best game against them. So
No.
I think we've got some left in the tank, and I think we've got a good opportunity there in the first round.
Tri-Central is 5-2 right now, but has not played the competition that we've played this season. So, and that's no disrespect to Tri-Central. I'm just saying that they haven't played our schedule.
Yeah.
I think that, like you said, we didn't play our best that game. Turned the ball over once or twice in situations where we were moving it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a good draw. And if we would happen to, the winner of our game, we'd happen to win that game, or whoever wins that game will play Mass and Grant. There was one bye in our side of the bracket, and Mass and Grant got that bye. So the winner of our game plays Mass and Grant. I believe if Wes-Del was fortunate enough to win that first game, we would host again at Mass and Grant.
We're back out of the timeout. And getting ready for the snap. It is away. Quick pass up to the far side. He's got some room before he's tackled there. I didn't see who that was,
might
Coach.
have been Joel. Let's check when he has Joel Dowling. Able to pick up about 6 on that play.
A couple of people in the chat. Kelly Proctor, we want to thank you for saying that we do an amazing job. I think the doing an amazing job, boys. Both us. I'm taking that as both us and the team. I know she's talking to the team, but we're going to take that as us too.
Let's try. Yeah, we'll steal it from the team.
Steal that thunder
or just share.
Yes, and Linda Johnson, AJ's aunt, is in the chat also watching.
Oh,
nice pitch there, and a nice.
Don't slow down, Carlos. That's not
Carlos before he's finally tackled there. And did the ball come out?
I think he's blowing it dead. He's saying he was down.
They're saying he was down, but the ball did come out.
Yes, it did, and that's one of those where you get tied up. You got to hold on to that thing, because once somebody's got you tied up, those other guys are taught, come in there and try to strip that ball out. And, the whistle, and that was the right call. The whistle had been blown. Now, whether they blew it too soon or not, that's something for the coaches to argue. But
and here we go. Quick snap here. It's Harlan, and he's up to the far side.
Nice block.
Nice,
Trey
great
Adams.
block.
Oh, Joel, keep going.
And Joel is on the move, and that was the freshman Trey Adams with a great block.
Yeah, nice block by Trey. Got him. Joel's able to cut right back inside that.
Want to let you know, Coach.
Yeah.
Guess who's watching? That lady you love, Mary Helen Bink, is watching. And
I'm glad you answered that for me. I knew. Well, I was going to say
Well,
my
I
wife,
think-
but I know she's not watching.
No, she's not watching.
She's
She
heard
doesn't-
enough of me.
Yeah, I can tell you for a fact there are two people I know are not watching. Your wife and my wife. They could care less.
The last thing our wives want to do is hear us talk.
Yes. They've heard all these stories and all these things that rehashed for
Mary
years.
Helen. Yeah.
Mary Helen is watching at home, and she's been watching. She's been commenting on almost every series. So she's, as usual.
She knows what's going on.
She knows what's going on.
She's watched a lot of Wes-Del football over the years.
She sure has. So once again, appreciate everybody in the chat. We'll try to catch up with a few more of you later as the game. Believe me, folks, it's 3:19 left in the second quarter. We have plenty of time.
Yeah, get in that chat.
To get into that chat if you want to say anything.
Chat it up.
I do want to say that did have Ryan Broadstreet is the assistant athletic director here, and he's watching from home on quarantine. And we do want to say he said
best wishes.
Best wishes to him on the quarantine. That is Eric Harlan. just short of a touchdown there. But, Ryan, your staff is fantastic.
Yeah,
and
they've
you
done a
put
good
in
job.
there that glad to hear that, but you there are fantastic. They've done a great job, and it's just been a great host. So you should be very proud. So we're down, Coach. Where are we at?
Looks like we are about the 5,
Yeah, I think so.
maybe inside the 5.
Get ready, folks.
4-yard line, maybe.
We're getting ready to see if we can punch one in here. And
Eric.
there is Eric.
He's got room to
flushed
run.
out of the pocket and
trying to
through
hit
the
Trey
back.
over the backside.
Yeah, the backside of the end zone there. That was Trey Adams.
All of a sudden, Trey Adams has become a
Target for the
target
senior.
and must be running some good routes out there.
Yeah,
So
little senior freshman connection there.
it's nice to see freshmen out there getting some time and let you know that got some guys coming up.
Oh,
They're going to be ready to play.
Future's bright. Here we go. Second down, in motion here.
Eric kept it that time.
And that time Eric does keep
Shifty.
it, and I think he is
He's
in
He's in.
for the touchdown. So
Marvin on the carry for a Warrior touchdown.
Couple
and
of
that-
nice moves there by Eric, back and forth on that little shifty, get right behind the blocker, and then was able to see the opening late and then knife right in there and get into the end zone.
Coach, got a quick question. If you
Absolutely.
scored 50 in the first half in basketball, would you be happy?
Yeah, some games I'd be happy we scored 50 the whole game.
That's true.
I've had a
That's
few of those
true.
nights.
Yeah.
I had a couple teams I coached at other schools that we wouldn't score 50 in 2 games.
There were a few nights I don't think we had 18. I was with you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was all coaching.
It was our fault. But no, I mean
Yeah,
50
that's-
points
that's
here
a
with
lot.
2:35 left.
50 to 18 right now.
But I want you to understand something, folks. We've kept the possession. I mean, the time of possession has been in our favor because every time Purdue gets it,
They score.
they score too. They only have 18, but listen, you take 18 points in the first half anytime.
Yeah, and
And every time they touch it,
we could say it, keep saying it, but our best defense tonight's been
it's
our
the
kicking
onside
game,
kick. Yeah, our kicking game.
not giving them the ball. Got to have a player down here for Purdue.
Yep, player is down for Purdue Polytechnic. So we didn't get the 2-point conversion, did we? Or have we even tried it? Did I miss it? Did we both miss it? I love the face you just gave me.
Good news is we can go back and watch.
We can. Well, yeah. Oh, sorry, folks.
Good sportsmanship. Both teams kind of waiting to see here
Yep.
what's going on with number 20. He's been in on a lot of tackles tonight, too.
Number 20, I saw you reaching for it. I took it out of your hands there. Devion Reynolds.
Let's hope that it's the same thing for him.
Yep.
Just
He is
out
up,
of breath
and
there.
he's walking good. Walking good on his own there, and that's good news.
He's able to jog off. That's good. Never want to see anybody getting hurt.
So 2:35 still left here. Coach, do you have any surprises up your sleeve as guest-wise for halftime? Or on the road, it's kind of hard to get anybody to you know what we should
What should we do?
well, I think we've talked to Coach Van Mater, and that was a terrible interview. And I think we've talked to Coach Denny, and that
I mean,
that in itself was
the guy that I'd love to talk to, but he's too busy at halftime is Tony Cox, but he's just too busy.
yeah, he's just too darn busy to talk to our trainer, Tony Cox. So.
We'll see what we can do here.
Well, I guarantee you that Coach
If
Van
nothing
Mater,
else- if-
Coach Van Mater's done. We don't need him, and I know he's listening over there. And then Mr. Denny is never short for wanting to talk, but no one wants to listen to what he has to say. So maybe someone will produce, and we'll see somebody.
what happens. Otherwise, we'll talk about some goings on in the Wes-Del area.
Some goings on. You know, on these long games in the breaks, folks, we have too much time to fill. So here we are kicking off 50 to 18, 2:35 left.
It's like Coach is barking out where he wants his ball kicked.
And that ball's kicked
Going
away.
to Pooch to see if it goes out of bounds. It does.
And it is out of bounds, so that will be a flag.
My guess is they're going to take it this time.
I think they will take it. Last time that they re-kicked, it didn't go the way they wanted it to, so.
I think I would just take it at this point.
Yeah, I think he just signaled that he's taking it. Now remember this, if you're watching at home, Warrior fans, or if Purdue fans are in there also, Purdue Polytechnic, they've scored every time they've had the ball. So
It's been a shootout, that's for sure.
It sure has.
They're fun to watch on offense.
Oh, they are.
I can't imagine they're fun to try to tackle.
Mm.
Well, from watching it up here,
I can tell you who's ready for fall break. That's A.J. Nallman. He's
yeah.
chased them all over the field.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job of getting back there. So let's see what they do here. See if we can get a stop here going into half. 2:32 to go. Oh, it's Eric Lehman. There's a pass thrown up.
I have lost.
That was.
Folks, that was so good. If you're watching at home, I apologize. That was so good as to where the ball was, and I wasn't following that. I didn't get it on camera.
Well, 35 was the intended receiver there. That's they've tried to go to him on that matchup a few times, and that one was just a little underthrown. But good pressure by Eric Lehman. But number 53 was out there with good pressure on that play. And we're able to get pressure on him. We haven't been able to get there and get that sack because he's just
he's elusive.
Yeah, he's very athletic and elusive on that. So
here we go, second down and 10. That ball is away, looking to pass now. Now he's being rushed out of the pocket.
Oh,
that's tipped and picked off.
Jesus.
And that's Jesus
Go,
Cardoza. He
Jesus.
got a block, and he is going to take it to the end zone. It's a pick six for Jesus Cardoza.
That makes that chest feel a whole lot better right now.
Oh, yeah. And we'll see if we
that was tipped and right into Jesus' hands. This time we were able to hold on. Jesus had one guy to beat. Had a little bit of help there on the block.
A nice cut back and a nice block. And I said it. Our replay sometimes is only set about 10 seconds back, and I didn't click back over in time to get that one.
Well, that one took a little bit longer to develop there.
You can always rewind the YouTube and look at it.
Yeah, you can. Just that would be a fun one to go back and watch.
So 6 more on the board for Wes-Del on the pick 6 by Jesus Cardoza. And now the ball is away, and
just short.
Just short there of the 2-point conversion.
I can't see who that was. I think it was Cameron Buckner.
I think it was Cameron Buckner, and we're going to go with that.
Yeah, it was Cameron Buckner. It was just short.
So anyway, we got the cheerleaders down here. Let's see if I can get the camera down here as they're cheering after that touchdown.
They're always loud, like they always and normally are.
And we are headed into fall break, so we might have a few that didn't.
A few absent, looks like, but
as
you know what? Thinking about that, I wonder if we've got people watching us on the road. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Well, not if you're driving.
Well, don't drive and watch us.
Yeah,
well, you could listen to us.
If there's one guy that's driving and watching, it'd be Scott Stafford.
Yeah,
and he probably thinks because he's in law enforcement, he's able to do that. But Scott, don't drive and watch this feed.
It might be one of parts of his training. I don't know.
At the same time, well, he is an EVOC trainer for the, if you know what that means, or if you care.
That would be interesting. That they can't. But I mean, if they were driving and watching, it'd be neat to give them a shout out. I mean, we don't expect everybody to be at every game, so
what do you mean give them a shout? We don't know if they're watching.
That's why I said it'd be neat to hear from them.
Oh, well, if you're on the road and you're okay. Coach wants to know if you're on the road.
Going somewhere. I mean,
so now Coach,
I love travel. I mean,
Coach likes travel. He's a traditionalist. So Coach is now wanting you to not only watch a feed while you're driving, but also get in the chat and write it.
Not while you're
Make
driving.
sure your passenger does it.
You're the passenger side.
Yeah. So if you are on the road headed somewhere for fall break, he would like to hear if you're watching.
Cheering those Warriors on the road.
On the road.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds once again on the kickoff. And that penalty will be assessed, and they'll take it.
2:02.
First time that they didn't score on that last possession on the pick 6 by Jesus Cardoza.
Yeah, well, someone scored, but they just didn't.
Yeah, that's true. 56-18.
Purdue Poly will take over first down at the 35-yard line.
So, 2 minutes, 2:02. Going on here. I think we have a few people in the stands watching the stream. Because, Coach, they love to listen to you.
We love having them.
Ball's away. Looks like we're flushing him out of the pocket again.
Eric
And
Lehman's
he is
back there
dropping
again.
back and now getting rid of it.
Oh,
And
nice
that
catch.
is caught. And still on his feet and finally wrestled out of bounds. That was number 34.
Strung out of bounds there by
Jalen Tyler.
A.J. Nallman. I don't think A.J. was in coverage on
Hey.
that, but
I'll tell you this much:
Yeah.
if AJ was in coverage, no offense to AJ, but Jalen Tyler's 6'5".
yeah,
So if you're going to throw
was,
to somebody, you're going to throw to Tyler. He's 6'5". That's a good target.
well, if he's 6'5", he's 4 inches taller than anybody we have out there. So
Yeah. And I still have a flag on the computer because I'm trying to keep up with
well,
everything.
just let me know if you need some help.
Yeah, I can tell. That's
Nice
Duckett.
run.
I believe that's Duckett again.
Duckett on the carry.
Number 4 there. He's had some good carries tonight.
Clock's
We're down
running.
to 1:35 as the clock runs. It'd be good if we could run this clock out before half and not get another score.
So you were going to say before tomorrow.
It would be nice to run this clock out before tomorrow.
It's just a lot of stoppages. But
Yeah,
it's been fun to watch.
It's been a fun game to watch, but a lot of pass plays and a lot of first downs and scores, and that stops the clock.
I hope they don't throw this little back pass here again. Oh, fumble.
Ball's loose. He's
Oh,
still
you're
on
going
his
the
feet.
wrong way.
Still
nice
on his
block.
feet
Nice
and
block.
turns this into a positive.
Uh-oh.
And he's got a lot out of that. I think a first down.
It was a nice block there on the backside by number 71 to get Eric Lehman out of the way. That wasn't an illegal or dirty play at all. He just happened to – Eric was in hard pursuit there, and 71 knocked him out of the way.
71's Matt McGahan.
And able to knock him out of the way, and that opened up that running lane on the opposite side. Better get them down when you get a chance, because if you get outside of you, we're going to run.
So here we're right under a minute, 59 seconds as the clock resets on the first down. And now I think we may have a false start on Purdue Polytechnic.
Full start on the offense. Moving back 5 yards. Remain first down.
So that'll take him back 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 15. 59 seconds left before we reach the break. Coach, you and I can sit down.
Yeah, my back is sore
You should be. You've done a lot.
carrying this broadcast.
You have. And that
Oh,
one's
that's
away.
a
A nice
little
little
screen pass there.
but
We
right
did
on
a
top
nice
of
job.
it. Right on top of it there. Several.
Xavier Snyder was the first guy there. We did a nice job.
I think Lehman was in on that tackle.
Lehman was there. But, yeah, that was one of those that let everybody through and then dump it
We
down.
have a timeout by Purdue Polytechnic. I think they've used their last one.
51 seconds to go in this first half.
And we've got a quick timeout here, 51 seconds to go. We'll be right back with you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And, Coach, we're back here at Samuel T. Kelly Field. And if you didn't hear us in the pregame, the Star Financial Bank pregame, we are at what was Indianapolis Howell. It's been closed, no students there, but Purdue Polytechnic does use the field for their home games. And it's a great facility. Oh, he is going to be crossed for the first down again and out of bounds. So
Yeah, that was another nice pickup.
have not seen.
You have not seen? What was that?
I'm sorry. I was distracted.
Sorry, I distracted him, folks.
The clock stopped finally. I was
Then
saying the clock. I was going to say the
no.
clock wasn't stopping, but so I didn't know if he really went out of bounds. But
He
then
did,
they reset everything. So
I didn't know. That was a good partner move right there because I knew you weren't looking at it.
no, I wasn't.
You were distracted by something else, which was
caused
fault,
by you.
Which is my fault.
Again, sometimes I wonder if there shouldn't be a GoPro on us in here up in the corner.
Oh man!
But I don't think the people want to see.
Oh, that's back.
That's a
backwards
fumble.
Pass.
That's
a fumble.
Is a fumble.
Get on it.
Get on the ball, boys.
It's backwards.
And
Forster covers the ball, brought down by.
I think we gave up on that one a little too early.
Yeah, anytime you throw it backwards, that is a live ball. We're gonna make sure we get out there.
Yeah. I will say this: if that's Purdue's head coach, that guy, and I'm sorry I don't have his name. I look at the roster there, but he's got a ton of energy. I like it.
Yeah, he's doing
He
good.
He
Nice
coaches
job.
them up the whole time.
Yeah, yes. He's gonna throw this one in the end
That's
zone.
a
Why
nice
wouldn't you?
throw. That is a great throw.
Oh, almost.
Just missed, but a real nice throw there.
6, 7. Yeah, he's coming across his body. He's left-handed. Came across his body and threw that one to the corner and really had it right there.
Let me see. Head coach is Dante Cook, and if that's,
I'm guessing
I'm guessing that's Dante down there. And I'm telling you what, I love his energy, and he's coaching his kids all the time, every possession.
The great kids.
There's a lot of people. 56 to 18. It's
yeah, and both teams great sportsmanship, and so that's a good sign of good coaching.
So here we go. 5 seconds. That's all that remains.
This'll be
5 seconds. This should be the last play of the half. We have finally made it to the half. Just under 2 hours. And he is
Jesus.
finally taken down by Jesus Cardoza. And Jesus
letting him know.
Jesus is very, very animated after that hit earlier. So at the half here at Samuel T. Kelly Field at Indianapolis Howe's campus, it's 56 to 18, and we will take a short break before we get started with our halftime. All right, we are back here at our halftime.
You just wait for this.
Wes-Del leads. Coach has got himself a halftime guest, and he surprised me. He had it all worked out and had it all planned, and he's ready to go here. So we are going to have a guest coming up here very shortly up into the booth. I can see him making his way up here.
Yep.
But it's 56-18 at the half, and here we go. Coach, you've got the mic. You can go ahead, and I'll introduce our guest. With us is one of Coach's, somebody he always makes sure to highlight every game, is our athletic trainer, Tony Cox. So Tony Cox is with us. It's great to have you, Tony. How are things going right now for you? Are you busy, or is it a little bit of a downtime in this game? I know you had to attend to Jesus earlier.
Yeah, the only thing I've had to do is fix the down chains.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Doing it all.
They
doing
did
it
a little
all.
bit of
That's all
everything.
I had to do tonight,
Well, and
so
you've
that's
got
fine.
the experience to do it. I know that.
I've fixed about everything,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, Coach, I'm going to turn it over to you. You're always our great interview here at halftime. So, Tony, expect the best here.
I don't know about that.
I know you've had some interviews before, Tony. This may be the best one you've ever been a part of.
Well,
I was telling the athletic director, Kai Denny, on the way up here, the last one I had in my career was with CBS Sports. So
Was
I'm
it?
definitely moving my way up.
Well, you're way ahead of that.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
way ahead of that. You're now on the Wes-Del Sports Network. So, Coach, what do you have for Tony?
Well, Tony, we are so lucky, and I tell people this all the time, to have someone like you here as our athletic trainer. Give me a quick, I know can't do too quick because you've been doing this for a long time, but give me a quick rundown of your career and where you've been and some of the things that, maybe are highlights along those ways. I know that's a loaded question because there's a lot of things, but just a little bit about your career.
Well, first of all, I just want to make sure everybody understands, and I think most folks do know this, that I am very happy to be at Wes-Del. Wes-Del has been a great place for me to work. Been well taken care of there to give us the opportunity to take care of the kids in a proper way. But my career started at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and then I came back to Ball State and was there for 23 and a half years, solely with basketball, and then my last 9 and with football. But last 9 years I worked with basketball and volleyball, so I could be in the arena full time. But that's been my career. And then in 2007, Kai talked to me a little bit after that about coming to Wes-Del, and I think it's one of the best decisions I ever made. I've been at Henry Community Health Sports Medicine now for 13 years, and when you change jobs like that after I'd been doing what I was doing for such a long time, that next chapter might not be exactly what you want, but it has been exactly what I wanted and more.
Yep.
One of the things I've always appreciated about your approach, Tony, is that you take a proactive approach too of let's get these guys down here to see me before there's an injury. Let's work on our footwork. Let's work on our athleticism. Let's work on, and you have a lot of guys and girls that come down and work out, and I don't know if people really understand that you do a lot of that on the side too, that prepares our players for success and prepares other kids in the surrounding communities for success too.
Well, John, as you as a head basketball coach know that there's only a little bit of time to do everything. And so when I can do the performance enhancement type things with the athletes, it just gives us another edge, because everything's so competitive anymore. Everybody's prepared, to do many things. But I think if we can give our kids an edge, with the new strength coach that we have, that's certainly a huge edge. But I like doing that because we can sit and watch them perform and go, okay, that's something we've been working on.
Right.
Not a basketball play necessarily. We can see those, but when you see a kid do something with their feet, agility-wise, that you just know that what we've been doing has paid off in that regard.
But the other thing I like too, Tony, is that I see you working with our kids, and you're very direct with them, but you're also so supportive of our kids. I don't know that obviously as a head coach that has not gone unnoticed by me. I see see you come up and tell a kid after a game you've done a nice job, or you know what, you keep working on that, you're going to do well in the future, or I've seen from where you came to where you are, and I always appreciate that too. And so thank you on behalf of all of us as coaches to have you doing
I
some
really
of those things.
appreciate that because it matters to me. You know, I've always said, people will say, well, how much longer are you going to go? Well, I still love what I do. I still am passionate what I do. I still catch myself driving home from Wes-Del or going to Wes-Del thinking about a few of the kids. Okay, I need to do this with this person. I need to do this with this person, you know. And so, I mean, when I stop doing that, then I guess maybe it's time to, you know, just say, okay, it's been a great career and call it a day. But I still really enjoy working with these kids. And the nice thing about, you know, working with Wes-Del is these kids have let me into their lives. Most of them, you know, we've had some seniors that have left over these course of 7 years, and, you know, when they leave, I just feel like I've done something along with all of you to help them prepare for whatever next step is going to be. But they've been great to me. I mean, I really care a lot about these young ladies and young men that you have as student athletes at Wes-Del.
Well, Tony, I want to say from the superintendent's chair and to be in that leadership position is one thing about you that I appreciate, and also helping, you know, coach this last season on the sidelines and then going to be doing it again this year, hopefully, is I get to see you work with our athletes. And one thing that I love about every person we have involved at Wes-Del is they are creating a culture that is leading to producing really good young men and women in life, and all the way down to the way you handle an athlete. And one thing I always like about it is, and I appreciate, is that you teach toughness. And I think in a time where we don't teach toughness as much, and I'll be that way sometimes even with my own son as a parent. I'm not tough enough, but it's nice to look at you and you say, he's going to be okay. He's going to be fine. Just, you know, and like Coach said, sometimes it's direct, sometimes it has to be direct, and I'm very much that way also, so I appreciate that. But what I want to say to you is you fit us so well in the culture that we are building, and everyone at Wes-Del, from our custodian to our food service up to our superintendent to now our trainer, everyone has bought into what we're trying to do and the way we're trying to do it. So I just wanted to tell you from my seat, I appreciate everything that you do.
Well, I certainly appreciate that so much, because it's, you know, when you walk into Wes-Del High School, and I've said this to a lot of folks, you know, with the new graphics, with the way we've done things there in the gym looks fantastic.
Yep.
But you can just see that when you walk in there, this is really important.
Yeah.
It matters.
Yes.
And so that's what I really like about it. You know, when I first came there, we didn't really have a place to work.
Right.
I didn't. And Kai watched me work over in the dark in a corner there in a room, and he said, well, we need to have something. And you all have given me the opportunity to have a nice facility there in the gymnasium. I have a nice room down there in the cleat house or the football operations building.
Yeah.
But, you know, to give me those tools necessary to take care of the kids has meant a lot to me, because that I know it matters to you all.
Yep.
And so that's why I enjoy my job so much at Wes-Del, because not only is the support I get there, but you know, the support I get from the kids, because down there on the sidelines, you know, you can just tell if you're making impact or not, because if they need me, okay, I want to hear it. I mean, I hear my name being yelled all the time to come and help me with this. Okay, then that's what I want.
Right.
But it's been magical for me. You know, it's a situation I'll never forget. When I'm done, you know, I'm sitting around talking about all the old days. Well, I'm going to talk about being part of the Wes-Del Warrior group.
Yep, and we appreciate that. Coach, I know you've got
one
more thing.
Tony, okay, you've had a great long career. I wanted to know, when you're looking back at that, what was the one time that you're able to look back and maybe even still think about it, man, that was really cool. I was part of that. I got to be there for that or see that.
I can think of one that I would
I
wonder.
know one he'll probably mention, but I know you've been in some big ones. But what's one time that you can just say, man, that was a neat situation to be a part of?
Obviously, the people that know about Ball State basketball, and we have a lot of followers, you know, not only in East Central Indiana but across the state. But, you know, the Sweet 16,
right.
You know, the NCAA Sweet 16 in 1990 was a fabulous year. The year before that, we had the best record in NCAA Division I basketball with Coach Majerus. And but that year before that was pretty special to me, because I worked with arguably one of the best coaches that ever stood on the sidelines in NCAA basketball, and Rick Majerus. And when we went 14-14 his first year, might be the best coaching job that I'd ever seen, because of how he made a bunch of guys that we kind of came together. The chemistry was unbelievable. And one of the things that's always important when you see championship years, there's two things that I really think have happened. The chemistry, the team is really good. And secondly, we avoided any injuries that, were a situation of season ending or anything like that. So, I mean, there's always those two things that I think are constant. But, that year with the Sweet 16 group, those guys, I'm still very close to all of them. And, it's just, that was something pretty cool. And then being out in Maui, in 2001, that was pretty cool, because we kind of became the sweethearts of college basketball. About a 4-day period there when we played UCLA, Kansas, and then played Duke for the championship. And it's been pretty much.
Well, I watched both of those, and I would say I was excited. One of my players was playing on that Maui team in T. Smith, so I was really, my heart was beating hard during all those games, and same with the Sweet 16. But I figured that I knew how close you and Coach Majerus were, and he was a good friend of yours, and I know he thought a lot of the coaches that I have been around, and those Ball State guys thought so much of you. So we're just lucky to have you, Tony.
Well,
Thanks for stopping by.
For saying that.
And I know you got some work to do down there on the field. Made my day that you were able to come up here, so I appreciate you.
He makes sure to highlight you every game.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate both of you. I appreciate, Kai Denny, and, everybody, like I said, has become very, very important to me, and you guys will always be that way.
Well, you're important to us.
Yeah, you're part of the Wes-Del family, Tony.
Yep.
So
Thank you for stopping.
Much.
We'll get you back to the sidelines so you can attend to those players. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
So that's Tony Cox, our head athletic trainer here at Wes-Del, and we're so very lucky to have him. And as you heard there, some great experience. Some of you may not have known some of those backstories that we went through that Coach talked about, with him being involved with the 1990 Ball State Sweet 16 team, also being a part of the team with Rick Majerus as the head coach there. And we are just shortly, I think we're just about a few minutes here from kickoff for the second half, but we're going to take a short break after that interview with Tony Cox here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We will be back with you in just about a minute or two. And we're back here at Indianapolis House campus where Purdue Polytechnic plays their home games on Samuel T. Kelly Field. Coach, great halftime there with Tony Cox, head athletic trainer for Wes-Del Sports and Wes-Del Athletics. So really appreciated him taking the time.
Yeah, it was great.
Here we go, kicking off to Purdue Polytechnic. And the ball is away, and it's bouncing down. And
number 17's got
number
it.
17 has it.
Boy,
He is
light
moving.
on his feet.
He is moving.
He's a lineman. He's light on his feet.
He is very light on his feet. No, I do believe he's a lineman.
These guys are excited for him on the sideline. It's fun.
So 56-18 as we start the second half. And, folks, we're right at, I hate to keep mentioning this, Coach, but we're right at 2 hours and 15 minutes since the start of the stream. So we may break our record.
Are we up by more than 35? I didn't do the math.
I don't think so. I think we're 1 point away from.
I didn't even check to see what the score was.
Are we 1 point away from being? We're a couple points away from that.
No, we're over.
We're over. Okay.
So it's a running clock. I thought I saw it.
Why would you do that to me?
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to because I can't see the scoreboard.
I didn't teach
but
math.
You really weren't looking that now. But I saw the white hat winding it.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, we got to be close. If we're not,
so a nice little fake, and he keeps that one. Nice job by Joel Dowling to stay with that, though.
Yeah, Joel forced him back inside and actually made the tackle himself.
Yeah. So, folks, if you're just tuning in, you know we do not know how to do math, and we are not Wes-Del graduates, so we will not blame Wes-Del for that. It's a school to the north.
So,
let me turn the.
I felt like I was in a time machine there for a second.
Turn the sound off on our, making sure that our feed and looking in the chat there. I had my phone sound on. And here we go. Ball is on the ground. Was the ball on the ground?
Yes.
Yes, and it was recovered by Purdue Polytechnic. The
Techies.
Techies.
It was a fumble, and they were able to come back up with it. So this snap didn't get quite there. 3rd and about 8 with 10:20 left on the clock and running.
You know, maybe
good news is you got a Dr. Pepper over there.
I did get a Dr. Pepper, and you got a water.
Yeah, I don't drink pop.
You haven't had I was gonna know if you're gonna let the crowd know you haven't had pop, and
it's been a while.
Well, I think
5, 6, 7 years. I don't remember exactly.
I think it's been close to 5, but every time I talk to you, it ends up getting a little higher. So he's forced out of the pocket there, and now being chased, and he's got some room to work, and that's a first down and more.
Forced out there by Joel. Finally. He was able to make something out of nothing, like you said on that. That was a 3rd and 8, and they were able to pick up 20-something yards on that. We won't try to do the math, obviously, but that picked up quite a bit of yardage on that play.
9:30 as the clock does run. Now that we are in the mercy rule, correct?
Yes, 35 is what it was. That's what we were trying to figure. I was trying to figure out. I started to put you on the spot there.
Here's Duckett.
Yeah, Duckett again.
And he's stopped there by the Warriors, just short of the 15-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, brought down by Eric Pettis, senior. I believe I checked on this rule the other day, and even if it goes below 35, the clock continues to run because once it's over 35, I believe
there's no going back.
Yeah.
So that might actually speed up and not break our record.
Yeah,
ball is away.
See if I'm right.
And he's still on his feet before we finally get him there.
Eric Pettis again.
10-yard
line. Bottom of that pile. Was able to slow him down enough, get some help. A.J. Nauman also in on that tackle. So a couple plays there with A.J. and Eric Pettis both involved in the tackles.
And Purdue Polytechnic again threatening that. Nice stop there by the Warriors.
That's a whole bunch of them right there. Oh, there's a flag.
And that's probably a personal foul.
Yeah, somebody lost their head a little bit at the bottom of that. And his teammates are telling him. He's like, okay, I got it.
That gives us an opportunity to pay some bills here. We want to say thank you to Star Financial Bank, a sponsor,
Yeah.
For all your
absolutely.
personal and business banking needs, Coach,
Okay.
make sure you give them a call or visit the website at www.starfinancial.com. And guess what you should do?
Ask for Trent.
Tell them Trent sent you.
Tell him Trent sent me. Okay, I'll say that.
And
You got the official over here explaining to him who the personal foul was on. Usually, as coaches, we want to know what happened, who the personal foul was on. In my case, I want to know what the technical was and what happened to cause that technical.
it's pretty easy usually. We just turn and say,
That was
it's
on
you.
me. I knew that was coming.
It's usually me grabbing your shirt and saying, sit down. Although you have to warn me a little bit. Oh, that was knocked down.
Yeah, that was forward. For a second, I thought it might be backwards, but that was a forward pass, and so that just goes as an incomplete pass. Honestly, that's probably the best thing could have happened to him on that one because that play wasn't going to go anywhere. We had that one well covered.
So now we're down to 6:40. This quarter is moving very quickly with that clock running. And it's 56-18. And
got a little bit of a spread. They give number 20 way out on the right-hand side.
and that's an interesting bounce there, and he's going to take that himself now. And that is Will Kelly, isn't it?
No, Cameron Buckner.
Cameron Buckner on the tackle, sorry.
He had some choppy feet.
On the carry, tackled by Buckner.
Some choppy feet there to keep himself in front. He was trying to make sure that he didn't get juked out there on that play.
Well, it's been fun to watch the Wes-Del guys, keep themselves in front and really work hard at trying to contain after that first possession where he just got to the outside and he was gone.
And you better have your feet ready and moving because if you start to try to move too late, then it's you're not going to be able to catch up.
You can definitely tell, Coach. But all of the coaches said, all right, boys, you got to work a little harder at keeping him from getting to the outside. And they've done a pretty good job here.
Hand up right up the middle.
Yep. Nice stop there and on the tackle. Number 60, that's Xavier Snyder, I think was
Somebody
in there.
down at the bottom of the pile. Let me see who that was that came up. That was Jesus Cardoza who made the first hit, and then Xavier Snyder was able to clean it up a little bit.
Well, I know after that hit that Jesus took, he came in and he had a different mindset.
Yeah, he's definitely been ready to play since getting that wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he's
It's a nice way to say I think he wasn't very happy. Looks like they're going to bring some pressure here.
Fourth down, and that ball is right here, and he's got a fourth down and more hurdles before he's tripped up there, and I didn't see who tripped him up.
Finally brought down there by 62 for us. I'm not sure who that is. I don't have a program. I apologize.
Is that Bartram?
No, he's 67.
That's correct here. Sorry, folks, we don't have a home. We should know that, Coach.
I know.
I know.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Is
I
it
see
Slinker?
these guys. No, I don't think he's back. Yeah.
Oh, nice pursuit here.
Holy smokes.
Nice pursuit, and he's still on his feet. Finally.
Oh, is that going to be grounding?
I
Because
think
that's got to be grounding.
Is it grounding? They throw a flag anywhere?
Tackled for a loss by Kelly.
They're reaching in. They could still throw that flag late if they want to. They could call him in the grasp, or they could call.
There wasn't an intended receiver anywhere near that.
No, they're talking about it. Did they blow it dead there? Which I don't think they did.
For lack of forward progress?
No, I just don't think they blew the play dead. So they're going to have to call. There's no flag yet. Intentional grounding.
Intentional
There's a
ground.
flag.
Now they threw the flag.
Yeah, that's the right call.
I'll tell you what, they've been good tonight. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
And then they've taken their time to get the right call. I'd appreciate somebody taking their time to get the right call rather than just making a rash decision. We see those rash decisions all winter long.
These guys have done a nice job tonight. So that brings up a long second down. Second and goal from the 32.
Ooh. 3:10 left.
I'm not going to say count them out, though, because I've seen them make it.
And that's a bad snap. And
actually, number 7 picks it up.
And he's going to make something out of this, maybe. Oh,
he's still able to pick up a yard.
I think he wanted a face mask.
Horse collar is what
Horse
coach
collar.
is asking for. Picked up maybe a yard.
Yeah, Coach.
Oh, we got a flag.
We have a flag late, and it may be a personal foul because of not getting the horse collar that they wanted, and that's what it is. I think there was frustration from the horse collar, and I'll be honest with you, it was close on the horse collar with the way it took him down, but he's got to go explain that to Coach Cook. And, again, I like the way that Coach Cook fights for his kids, and he's not doing anything.
Yeah, last couple plays have not gone their way, obviously. They had the intentional grounding. Then they had the play right here where they had the fumble on the snap. But he has coached them up all night.
He's done a nice job over there. And we do have a Purdue Polytechnic player down, and so we're going to take a quick timeout here and get back with you in a few on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Yeah, and that young man is going to be okay as he walks off on his own.
He's walking a little gingerly, so I'm not sure where he got hit, but always good to at least see him walking off. And their trainer is taking a look at him.
Coach, you got any big plans for fall break?
It's
your anniversary, I believe.
Well, anniversary is a little later, but in the month, but we celebrate over fall break because basketball time just gets a little busy, and we've said this. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. I coaches' wives, whatever coach sport it is. So, we try to get away here. We're going to go down to Brown County for a couple days and spend a couple days down there.
Is this a special one?
This is 20 years of her putting up with me.
That's a miracle.
Yeah. Oh,
she deserves an award.
And
then we're going back.
That's live.
And that's live. And it is on the floor, field.
Actually, I don't think that should have been live. Should have been an incomplete pass because he threw it backwards, which is live. Once he throws it forward, now that becomes an incomplete pass. It should have. So it should go back to the fourth down marker.
So they did call it an incomplete pass, I believe.
Yeah, it should have been. I was going to say that should be incomplete. So, we're going to get away a little bit. But
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, we're going to try to. Not real long, 2 or 3 days. That's about all my wife probably wants to hang out with me.
Maybe a day more than she needs.
2 or 3 days more than she probably wants to. But
well, on behalf of everybody, congratulations.
Thanks.
And celebrate that 20 years. I know all the folks that are listening, I'm sure, want to congratulate you on 20. And here's to the next 20.
They have enough guys out there? They don't have enough guys out there.
No, they're getting a few more. They're getting a few more now.
11's just going to run out in motion here.
Yeah.
They didn't even reset the play clock yet.
I just let the kids play.
They're going to punt it anyway.
Yeah, they are kicking away.
They hadn't had to punt all night, so I guess that makes sense. Hey, you're on the punt team.
And it didn't take a good bounce. Took a good Warrior bounce, but not a good Purdue Polytechnic bounce. So with the clock running here, it's at 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the third. As long as the first half was, is how quick. Let's talk about a few things here and change of possession. Let's wish our cross country team good luck tomorrow at sectionals.
Luke Butler's got a really good chance, I believe, to get out and advance to regionals on the boys' side. Dawson Clark's right there too. If he runs a good race tomorrow, he could have an opportunity. And the girls have an opportunity to get out as a team. If we look at their times and look at some of the times of the other teams in our sectional, the girls may actually be able to get out as a team. And so we'd love to see that and wish all of our runners. Everybody starts at the same starting line. Yeah. So if you're not in first, just run till you are.
So that's at the Sportsplex and
right. I'm not sure what time. It's usually around 9.
It's around 9 o'clock, I think.
9:30, somewhere around there.
We did have a little change up down there. We've got Harrison Pittsford back at quarterback, and I see we've got Trey Adams back in, and a couple of other young guys in the
Alex
lineup
Harold,
there.
I believe.
Yeah, Alex Harold's out there. I think you're right. So, Coach getting some younger guys in here in the second half.
Should be the end of the quarter.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. And it's 56-18, and we'll be back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network in just a few moments. Back here at the start of the fourth quarter at our host, Purdue Polytechnic. As you can see there on the Star Financial scoreboard, it is 56-18. No score in the third quarter, although the clock was moving because of the mercy rule. And now I believe Wes-Del gets their first shot at it here in the fourth quarter. And that's away. And that's a keeper, I think. And then finally
that's
pitched.
a fumble.
And it's a fumble, and it's out of bounds.
It'll go out of bounds.
Kelly is forced out of bounds by Reynolds.
I think that's Harrison Pittsford that's the quarterback.
Yes.
Warrior third down and 5.
I can hear Coach Knuckles over here.
Yeah, he's loud when he wants to be. Not very often, but when he wants to be.
I was going to say, I've known him since he was in school.
Yeah.
Never
He
really.
can get loud.
Okay.
We're calling play in here from the sideline. We've got the wristbands on, so everybody's checking.
And Pittsford making sure. I think he's making an adjustment.
You better do something. We're going to take a
Is
delay
that a
game.
delay a game?
Penalty flags.
So a delay a game there as we tried to figure out exactly
Against the offense.
what we were running.
5-yard penalty.
And I don't think we ever did get right down to it.
No, we were still waiting on that play to come in. Looks like we might have Jalen Godby in at this point, and I see these guys in class, so without a program, I'm trying to remember.
You're
who's
doing a
wearing
pretty
what
good
number.
job. I'll give you that. Doing a pretty good job. So again, it's Pittsford at quarterback waiting the snap. That ball's away, and now we
That may
have
be a false start
I believe, on the Warriors.
Yep, on our lineman. He was trying to point out who to block, and that was
Full start on the offense.
a little bit of movement up front. Can't simulate the snap.
And one thing you'll note is when you get some of those young guys in there,
Well,
a couple of different things. Number one, they're nervous.
Yep.
And number two, the game's a little different, especially if you're coming up from middle school into high school and you're getting your first few snaps in.
And you're not getting as many reps during the week. You're usually on the scout team, or you're so it's different.
And that one's away. Ball's on the ground,
fumble.
I believe, and it was
Fumble.
a fumble, and I think it may have been picked up by Purdue Polytechnic.
They're pointing that way, but I haven't seen an official point that way
that's
yet.
An official,
yeah.
Yep.
That's a fumble, which we haven't talked about. Had to talk about turnovers yet.
That is
tonight.
turnover number 20 on the season for the Warriors.
But
So
first one tonight, luckily.
First one tonight, yes. But 20 is a high number, and I know it's something that we want to improve on going into sectional.
So we haven't talked about this, but next week, got a little bit of a drive. I'll make sure I'm home from my little trip.
Yeah, we got to go to Fremont.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, I think, are counting on us to make the trip. And because that's a long one, not as many people are going to make that.
What, about, I think it's like 7 miles,
It's
4 miles.
4
miles, I think, in 7 minutes
from
Michigan border.
So if you want to just drive into Michigan, get some apples.
If you want to, you'll be driving probably.
Yeah, that's true. I drive. I run
We're
the
gonna
camera.
go to Michigan for apples?
I'm
Is that
beginning.
what we're doing?
Yeah. we're going to make
No,
a.
I think that just hit me that we're going to
Yeah,
Michigan
we're going
for
to
apples.
Michigan. Let's get some apples. Maybe some. I don't know.
Hey,
It's not cherry season, is it?
I don't know.
I don't.
I know it's apple season. Let's get the apples. You
Yeah, we'll get a couple.
don't throw it
Bushels.
out there and then
Is it
make me think we're getting bushels of apples.
Is
and
it
we're not.
bushels? Is apples bushels? All right. So we're getting bushels of apples. We're going to Fremont next week.
That's a long drive.
Yeah, I can tell you what it is. It's great scheduling. It's great scheduling. And nice pursuit there. And who was that, Coach?
That is Mason Cox, I believe.
Mason Cox chasing
Mason
them down.
Cox on the tackle.
Tackled by Cox.
So, yeah,
So
I
we're
don't
going-
know anything about Fremont. I
Yeah,
don't even know what conference they're in.
no. I believe that they. Well, I don't know. I didn't want to guess their record. I know
think they're
they've
in the
won 2 or 3 games already, and I haven't looked for a week or two.
I
So
think they're in the Great North Conference.
I think you're making that up.
I am.
Um,
The GNC.
so the point I was going to make is, I guess we better leave early.
Well, I don't even know how. Oh, that's a nice little run. Oh, nice cutback.
Nice. Yes.
And then finally brought down over there on the far side. I wouldn't know how long it takes to get to Fremont. Again, I think I have actually driven through Fremont when I have had to go up to.
Yeah, I remember seeing the exit.
Yeah. And it's, you know why? Because you know you're almost to Michigan, so you remember it.
Yeah.
It's 6:48 on the clock here as we're running.
So anyway, we'll be in Fremont next week, and yes, we're planning on going. For those of you that are watching the stream,
Yeah, you gotta
we'd
tune
love
in.
to see you. And I don't know who we're going to get for a guest. Oh, that's a nice run.
Yeah,
Touchdown.
Touchdown there. So Purdue.
Poly pulls off
Poly
a nice
pulls off
run
another
there.
one.
Really, that was about a 10-yard run right up the gut.
So that makes the score 56-24. 6:32 left in the fourth quarter. I'm sure they'll go for two. Nice little play there. You see Coach Cook there at the bottom of your screen. He's done a nice job coaching these guys up. We've mentioned him several times. A lot of energy. And
Kids are doing a nice job for him, too, and you can tell that they believe in what he's selling, and that's a good thing as a coach.
I believe the official might have a dinner date because I don't think we have to run the clock right now, and they're telling us to.
Yeah. There's a
Nice little pass.
Nice catch.
Nice little play.
That was a nice catch.
So I believe the rule, actually with the mercy rule, is it stops on scores, but they told us to crank it.
Well, we'll crank it then.
So, hey, maybe they've got somewhere to get to.
I just now noticed those soccer goals out there in the
56-26. Yeah, well, the field's marked for soccer there, Coach. You didn't see that?
I didn't.
Yeah, they've got the goals and they've got the markings down there.
I see it now. Okay.
So I assume they have a soccer team?
Somebody does. I don't think Hal does anymore.
No, Hal does not. They do not have a soccer team.
That's a nice facility. I know we've said it several times, but this school here is really neat the way it was built. And we got a little backstory. They were told us that it was actually built by Butler University when Butler first opened, and then left and moved down the road and left the school here, and then became Indianapolis Howell.
You've got a little bit of that wrong.
Okay.
The part you've got wrong is it was built by Butler, but it was for Butler's professors. It was for their students, like their younger students.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I didn't catch that part.
It was
Okay.
to be a school for that.
Okay.
And they used it for some administrative stuff.
Okay.
You were right about that.
Yeah.
And then when they moved down the road, they
left it.
Yeah,
too.
they left it.
Okay.
And then it became Howell.
You could tell because it's built
It's
really
amazing.
neat. Doesn't
Looks
look like
great.
it doesn't look like a high school, but
You
it's
can
very
understand
cool.
why Purdue and Purdue Polytechnic want to get a hold of it because it looks like a college, looks like a small college campus.
Okay, they're figuring out. They've had a couple guys go down with injuries, so
Yeah, they do have.
This happens to us a lot too, where you got a guy that's not typically used to playing on one of the teams, and he has to run out there and be on kickoff coverage now, or be on return. Ooh. Kick.
You know,
looks like Harrison
Yeah.
Pittsford's going to watch that one. Oh, better just touch it. I think he wanted to let it go out of bounds when I got that close, but can't take a chance.
You know, I can't get away from this. I have a strong feeling that we probably got that whole story
Well,
wrong.
I know that sounds good though. My point I was making there is that the school in this area, this back,
Very nice. It looks like it should be on a college
This whole
campus.
campus is beautiful. I guess you could call
Let's
it a
take a-
campus. It's nice.
Yeah, let's take a minute here and see who's in the chat, see if we've got anybody we missed.
You trying to get me to quit talking?
Yeah. Mike Dowling's in the chat. He said,
Mike.
go Joel. So nice to see you, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Jack's
Right.
probably watching too.
I figured Mike would have something to say.
Oh, he has something to say, I'm sure.
I'm surprised Mike's still up. It's 9 o'clock.
Hey, Ryan Broadstreet said they do have a soccer team, and they've had a
Okay.
great year actually.
Good.
So
I know the
good.
basketball team. Their AD said they're expecting big things out of their
Yeah.
basketball team
We
this
just
year.
hope we keep our fingers crossed. Everybody does what they need to do. We
Yeah.
can keep our seasons going.
True. I think that was the false start
It
again
was
on
a
us.
false start.
Yep.
So I'm looking through here and seeing if I missed anybody. A lot of people probably. Mason Davis is in the watching. He said nice sack back there by Jesus. That was, I believe, in the first half. And Mr. Romine, he's in there. Good shout out for him. Mrs. Cullum, she's watching. Great to see you in there.
Well, that's great. Sounds like we've got quite a few people.
We do.
Love when they let us know they're watching. please let us know you're watching next week when we have to drive 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah. We want as many people as we can.
It'll make us feel like at least the trip was free. It was a good trip, I think. It'll be fun, you know. Give us 5 hours in the car together.
Yeah, I think we need more time with each other. I can't believe who knows what the stream will be like.
I think there's like an Econo Lodge or something up there.
I think I'll drive all night to get back home. I'm getting a little worried. Maybe we should take someone else with us.
Go nice outside Trey Adams.
Oh,
Trey just welcome to varsity football.
Yeah, Trey, nice job.
Pops right up though.
Yeah, he did.
He took a big hit there.
Nice little run by Trey, and he was met by probably a senior. 3:30 left to go in the game. Been a nice game for Wes-Del, 56-26 lead right now. A lot of second half with the some of the younger team members out there, and a great opportunity for them to get on the field.
We saw Carlos. I think that's Carlos back there behind Harrison.
Yeah, that is Carlos.
He gets the handoff right in the middle.
He has it.
4th down.
on the carry.
Sean Davis coming in the game.
And there is number 74, Deshaun Davis, heads into the game.
Taking Xavier Snyder's spot.
And a great game for, oh, nope, Xavier's going back in.
Oh, someone else is coming out.
78. And still running that clock down.
Well, then I've ever seen Harrison punt it, so.
Pass
Pass
away.
to AJ.
AJ's up the field with a lot of room.
Got a first down.
And he got a Warrior first down with that.
Nice pass, nice catch.
Pittsburgh's throw is complete for a Warrior first down.
Also want to wish the varsity volleyball team good luck tomorrow. They're off to McConaughey, another school we don't mention very often.
Miami County, I believe.
Yeah, up in Miami County. It'll be an early dismissal or bus leaving tomorrow early because that's a little bit of a drive. But
I was going to say early dismissal. We're not in school tomorrow.
Not dismissal, sorry. Early departure. Departure is what I meant to say. And they are on their way to nice fake.
Yeah. Nice spin move.
Nice spin move. And
that's a first down.
That official cannot get out of the way.
No, he is involved in that scrum.
But, they're playing in the McConaughey tournament, so they will play, I believe it's pool play. I think we play 3 games, and they're pretty much back-to-back, and then they will do a crossover depending on how we do in our pool. Do a crossover to the other side, and then, you'll play – which was all new to me before I got into being a volleyball dad. It's kind of interesting. I enjoy that. Now, there's no spectators allowed, so I can't go and watch. But this will be like maybe the first volleyball game that they've played that I haven't been able to see this year. But
it will be streamed. I've heard it's been going to be streamed.
Yeah, on and off, depending on what court we're on. And so it looks like we're in victory formation.
Yeah,
here.
we are. Check in on the McConaughey. Just search it probably on YouTube.
I think Mr. Denny will try to tweet it out. Someone will. And we wish them good luck, and hopefully they'll get a couple wins. And the girls are playing really well volleyball
at the right time.
Yeah. So, and got a great draw too, by the way, we talked about last week. So they'll play this weekend, and then sectional will start next week on Thursday for our girls. We play Southern Wells in the second game.
Well, Coach, the fans here, the Wes-Del fans, are packing it up and packing it in.
Yeah,
and 30 seconds to go as we victory formation one more time, and that should do it. And I'm sure we'll have a very, probably tonight, a very short post game.
Drive. Not as short as next week's.
No, next week's will be really short. But just about 10 seconds remaining here before we take a short break, and then we'll be back in about 30 seconds with the Townsend post game. So we'll be back with you here in just a few short seconds on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we are back here, the Townsend post-game show. And won't be a lot to it because we got to get on the road, Coach.
Yeah.
We got to get back home. But we were just talking. We like this, as you can see on your screen here, Coach Cook talking to both teams there, Coach.
I wish we could hear what he's saying. I don't know if, he's just kind of talking. Maybe it's just one of those things like, no matter what happens, we're all football. We're all playing football, and we're all – looks like they're going to say a prayer, which, that's awesome. I just like to see good sportsmanship. I like to see coaches coming together, and, it's about the kids, really. These nights are about the kids coming out, enjoying themselves, being able to play the sport that they enjoy and work really hard and practice at, and then be able to give it all they have and then leave and know that, they were part of something. They're part of something bigger than just themselves, which is part of a team. They're part of, their school. They're representing their family, representing a lot of things that, it goes far deeper than just a football game. So pretty cool. It's weird to see that I say when it's weird that we're not really supposed to shake hands, which we're kind of doing, which I'm okay with. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We just tackled each other for
the other thing I'll
3
tell you
hours.
is most of those guys have gloves on anyway.
Yeah, we just tackled each other for 3 hours.
No.
So
I will say
like
this.
I really like this.
I will say this, and I'll leave it on camera because I'll just let you know that it's like you said, we tackled each other for the last 3 hours, and then both teams have done nothing but show the utmost sportsmanship throughout the game. I thought it was well played sportsmanship-wise on both sides. I thought it was well played effort-wise on both sides.
And well coached by both teams.
And I will say this, we've been at a lot of schools over the years and done a lot of things, and now this streaming thing has been new this year, and we've been in a lot of places, but Purdue Polytechnic is a class act from start to finish, and we really appreciate the way they host us. But, Coach, as we move in to just our game recap, it really started from the first quarter with the passing game, and the passing game just was on, and we saw some things we liked, and we went with it.
Yeah, we were able to be successful by being aggressive, which is one of the things we talked about. Let's be aggressive. Let's play with the lead, and those things happened. Best part of our game tonight turned out to be our kicking game. It became really important to try to keep the ball away from Purdue Polytechnic because they were very able and capable when they got the ball. So by us being able to limit the amount of possessions they had, we were able to control the ball, control the game, control the time of possession, which is always a key factor, especially in football. But the more you have the ball, the less the other team with explosive players like they had is able to, make you pay. And so thought we did a nice job of that. Thought we did what we needed to do to win. And you know what happens when you win a game last week and you win a game this week, that becomes a streak. So, you just want to keep doing those back, and we're going to go home now and figure out the best way to what works, I guess I should say, for us against Fremont. And then we'll hopefully string 2 into 3, and that's what you want to do going into the sectional. So, I'm proud of the way that we played, proud of the effort. Really proud of both teams, proud to be a part of it, and it was like I said, slow in the first half as far as the clock goes, but it was fun football to watch.
Well, and we'll take a look here with the first touchdown of the night. Kind of sums up most of the passing game here, as Harlan found Nate Steele early on, a nice little fake on the run, and then to throw that deep, and then Nate went up to get it, but. That got us started early on, and as the game progressed, there were a couple other big plays that happened that I thought were really, really strong for us. So we'll take another look here at another pass play that was in the first half where we did all our scoring here. This is Harlan, I believe. That's Joel Dowling, and he made that diving catch there. And that with Joel coming back off of the injury, that was a big, big play for him. And then take a look at this one. I think this is a Harlan to Dowling touchdown, I believe. Yep, right there. And so that's kind of how the first half went. As Coach said, we were aggressive. We took it to them, and that's one of the keys that you had. So really not too much that you can really knock about this game. We had the one turnover that was a fumble, but put up 56. And then in the second half, I do want to say I really commend Coach Hess on the way he handled that second half. we had 56 at halftime, and he came out and he brought the younger kids in, and he gave them more snaps. He gave them the opportunity to be in a varsity game. We mentioned Trey Adams. We mentioned Alex Harold, and I saw a few of the other younger guys in there. But he really handled that second half completely differently and used it more as more of a practice, more of a time to get some kids in there and give them some time. But kept it on the ground in the second half, and I think that was the right move.
Yeah, and that's what, at some point those are going to be your guys.
Yeah.
So you got to get them some time and get them some reps and be ready to go. And you want to put them in an opportunity to be successful, but you also want to put them in at some point you just need an opportunity. So, then all that hard work at practice, it makes you feel a little bit better about running all those gassers and running all those.
Right.
All that hard work. And, hey, I got in. Did you see me? I got in. Or you can go back and watch this film and say, hey, I got in a little bit tonight. So, yeah, good game for us. Best thing you can do in a game like this is get everybody healthy, get on the bus, and get out of here and get ready for Fremont next week.
And I think that's about the same thing that we could do is get ourselves together, get ourselves in the truck, and get ready for Fremont next week. I want to wish everybody a wonderful fall break, and we will be back on the air at Fremont. We hope to be back on right around that 6:45 time, 6:45 p.m. before we get ready for kickoff at 7. So barring no issues with technology, we should be able to stream. And Coach and I will be live from there, like I said, hoping to get on the air at 6:45. Everyone enjoy your fall break. On behalf of Coach Mack, you got anything left?
Well, I was just going to say if anyone has any bushel baskets, they can loan me.
For the apples?
For the apples.
I'm not going to live that one down.
Come home with a whole truckload of apples.
We're going to bring the apples home. Well, win and some apples.
Yep, absolutely.
I want to thank, before we go, our sponsors tonight, Schneider General Contracting, LLC, Star Financial Bank, and the Townsend Corporation. And another great win for the Warriors, 56-26 here on the road in Indianapolis at Purdue Polytechnic. For the coach, I am the superintendent. We will see you next week from Fremont, but till then, we'll see you on the next feed on the Wes-Del Sports Network.